long as the word evil is not put in there.
All right. All right. All right, I'll get you an orange name. I'll get it for you today.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll be back. It's the bat from wrestling.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
My friend, no refunds. You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head.
All right, here he is, Steve Langford. He's going to tell us what's going on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Steve, please give us an update. All
and
right,
I
Steve.
guess Eric will be yelling at him.
Oh, Eric the Midget has a problem with you.
And in fact, our lead story today. Howard 100 News to the rescue. Eric the Midget's abortive appearance at a WNBA game in Sacramento July 10th saved after this news division broke the story yesterday. Eric the Midget's meet and greet autograph session had been canceled when no one, repeat, no one, bought a ticket to the special event. But thanks to Howard 100 News, in the space of a few hours yesterday, more than 50 fans reportedly bought tickets to meet Eric the Midget.
So, Eric, I guess you're not so mad at Steve. He saved your appearance.
The fuck up. You are not the reasoning for the ticket sales, you egotistical asswipe. The tickets got sold because finally the emails that I sent out to the people that go to this room got answered. The people finally bought the damn tickets. They didn't get bought because of your stupid fucking ass. Go the fuck back up to Canada, you worthless piece of shit.
All right. How do you respond to that, Steve? Do you think you still stand by your story?
Yeah, I mean, the facts of the matter are that we did the story. He had sold 0 tickets. 0.
Right.
And we did the story. They sold more than 50. The guy at the Sacramento Monarchs told us about it. Johnny Fratto is thanking us.
Right.
The facts are clear.
Facts are clear, Eric.
There are no facts to that story.
No one likes you.
Shut the fuck up, fat boy.
Is that why he's calling? Because he's mad because he sold tickets?
Nobody likes you, little man.
Yeah, check the email box again. There probably, more than likely, is a hell of a lot.
No need to check the email box. You're hated by everyone.
Well, Eric, I don't know. If I was you, I wouldn't care why you sold the tickets. The fact that you sold 50 tickets is...
Yes.
I can't even believe 50 tickets is enough to make an event happen. I mean, Eric, I wouldn't be too busy crowing about the 50 tickets. 50 tickets.
Where's the event? In a lobby?
No, fat ass.
How dare you? You head of shit.
Well, let me tell you something, Eric. I'm happy for you. You got your appearance. I don't know why you're taking such umbrage with Steve Langford.
Steve Langford sells tickets. I've used them several times. Detroit, Cleveland.
There you go.
The fella comes through.
He is not the reasoning for that at all.
You think you're the reason?
They finally sold because of the emails that I sent out weeks ago. I've had the link on my MySpace page for weeks.
Well, and yesterday morning, before we did the story, number of tickets sold by Eric the Midget, 0.
The story yesterday must have had some effect, Eric, if you had it on your MySpace page, your friend book page, or whatever fucking page you have. And then all of a sudden Steve does the story and you get 50 ticket sales.
It's also been on the JFSC.TV website.
Well, they're
as
even more the reason.
0.0.
0.0.
0.0.
The tickets did not sell because of that Canadian.
Eric.
Now I want you to tell the other two what I'm about to tell you now. You're out through expelled in favor.
Can I say something here, Eric? I think
0.0.
I think you're being a little unreasonable here. If you had this ticket listed on all of these various things, JFSC, everywhere else, and you sold 0.0, as the gentleman is saying. If you sold 0, and then all of a sudden Steve does the story and
0.0.
Brad, shut up with that button.
And then all of a sudden, now you're selling tickets. Certainly, you must give Steve the credit.
Really?
Stop being ungentlemanly.
He's helping you.
Every week there's a new example of you acting like a shithead boo.
Really?
I'm not giving that shithead credit for shit.
Well,
Even if he deserves it, is what
I think you're making a mistake. I don't think that's fair to Steve.
Him covering the story helped you.
Really?
I hate Langford. I want you to fire his dumb, shitty ass.
Why? Because he has a huge penis?
Right.
Well, why do you hate Steve? I
He
mean,
helped you.
He's helping you.
0.
Are you saying you don't want any help?
Fred, you push that button one more time. I'm going to fight in New York.
What?
0.0.
I'll meet you at JFK.
What did you say, Eric? I missed it.
I am sick of you hitting those sound buttons, you bastard.
Eric, what did you say?
What
You're
did
going to
you say?
fight in New York and do what?
Break all Fred's fingers so he can't hit those buttons.
You should fly to New York and butt fuck him and then take him to dinner and suck his dick.
How many balloons would it take for you to fly to New York?
Fly to New York and stick his fingers in your butt.
Eric, I've never seen you so upset. I've never seen you so angry.
It's like you were possessed.
Yeah. It was really like when Linda Blair went berserk.
Man, Eric.
Eric, you're really out of control.
Did he just threaten me?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. He did. He's going to break your finger.
Howard, can you put my pot up again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Steve.
0.0.
You sold. He's right. You sold 0.0 tickets, and then Steve went on the air, and then you sold 50 tickets. How could you not give Steve a little praise?
How can you be mad?
Daniel Simpson Day has no great plan.
Nothing the fuck to do with that Canadian jackass that you have on your payroll that you're wasting money on.
All right. Well, it's a good
I
thing
don't
you're
see
not.
how you could say that.
It's a good thing you're not the news director.
Larry Kroger, 1.6. Congratulations, Kroger. You're at the top of the Delta Pledge class. Mr. Blutarski. 0.0. I want you to tell Johnny Fratto what I'm about to tell you now. You're out through at the Stern channels. I want you off the JFSC by 9 o'clock Monday morning.
Well, Eric, I don't know what to tell you. I think you're making a mistake here.
And I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I have notified your local draft and told them that you are now eligible, completely eligible for military service.
You fellas meet the missus?
Where's that guy's Academy Award?
Steve, are you sure before your story not one ticket sold?
This is according to the Sacramento Monarchs.
Wow.
When did the tickets sell, Steve?
After we went on the air yesterday with this.
Ah, so you
Some
sold
ass has heard of coincidence.
What?
Coincidence?
That's an extraordinary lack of success, Eric. We've seen losers on this show, but not own.
You are a loser's loser.
Yeah. Scott the engineer looks like Donald Trump.
Eric, the facts are in. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to insult you, but it was Steve's story that did help you.
It was not.
Would you agree it's possible that Steve's story helped you?
No.
All right. If you're going to insist.
Let's say this. The fact that you were
say you
involved.
shut up.
Let's say I shut up.
Oh, man.
Let's say this. Because you were involved, you did get a story done that helped to sell the tickets.
Surely you'll admit that.
Yeah, that's a good compromise. It doesn't make you look like a total dolt.
He saves face.
Steve, how many tickets do you think you'll sell today for Eric?
I hope a lot more. I mean, he's very angry, but the fact of the matter is, when we do news stories, sometimes they have results.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. And by the way, the event was completely dead in the water, right? They weren't going to have it.
Yeah, they had canceled it.
Now it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, now they say it's back on.
Oh, look at on Eric's website. It says 0.0.
By the way, they weren't going to cancel it straight out.
What do you mean?
You have misinformation on that, just like that asshole has misinformation on a lot of shit he reports.
All right, well,
I want to know what the event was going to be. Like, what were you going to do?
Here's what it was. Again, it was...
I was going to blow everybody.
Sacramento Monarchs versus the Los Angeles Sparks. Sparks meet Eric the Actor. Exclusive pre-game autograph session and meet and greet with Eric the Actor. The first 100 fans to purchase tickets will receive a special limited edition Eric the Actor t-shirt.
Wow, so there's still 50 of those left, is what you're saying.
So how much does it cost to see Eric?
Tickets, you know, you also get to see the game. $20.50, $26.50, and $39.50.
And the Monarchs are in on this?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you see the if you stay to watch the game, it's only $10.
All right, Eric. Well, thank you. You've had your words. And wait a
Anything
second.
else you want to say to Steve?
I want to just to prove something to Eric. This is Jeff, who processes the tickets for the Monarchs. Jeff, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Howard.
Okay, what do you do for the Monarchs?
I am the processor of the tickets. I coordinate all the tickets, the VIPs, and whatnot. I'm also a listener of Sirius Satellite Radio.
Okay, and what did you find out?
Well, I do gauge all the ticket sales on a daily basis, and I can tell you this. There were absolutely no tickets sold prior to Mr. Langford's announcement on Sirius Satellite Radio.
Well, what do you think of that, Eric?
I don't believe this because Jeff is not the person that I'm in contact with.
I do the computer processing, Eric.
Jeff, are you sure your name is Jeff and not...
In this, Howard 100 News getting our grubby paws on pictures of the special limited edition T-shirts that lucky fans could win for meeting Eric. Eric, the original gangster, they read, in this other style featuring Eric the Aviator. The caption reading, "Fly me to the moon." We have balloons on this T-shirt.
Oh, so Eric never having flown with balloons now makes a T-shirt with balloons.
No, you bastard.
I didn't okay that one. I had to cancel that one.
All right.
But it's still there being offered.
Yeah, in your name.
Who dumped a whole
annoying bitch? Shut up.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner? Every spring, the trees are filled with underwear. Every Halloween, the toilets explode. You're talking about the JFSC, sir. Of course I'm talking about the JFSC, you twerp!
Second grenade! Chew him up! Second grenade! Hey!
You know, isn't a Heroes watcher, so I've been unable to watch it at night.
Besides all that, aren't you supposed to be working on a script? How do you have so much time to watch?
Yeah, where is this script you're supposed to be writing?
I sent some of it in already.
I haven't seen it. 4 pages. I want to read it.
Well, I can't imagine it takes time to write the shittiest screenplay ever.
Yeah, how long
you should know about that, Artie.
It took me a while to write mine. Yours, I'm sure, will be done very, very quickly.
What's yours about?
Eric is going to be writing a movie that I am going to take a look at and see if we can't produce for Howard TV.
I see.
Eric is a young and up-and-coming writer, George.
He's already written a children's book.
I understand that there's a literary background there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eric offered you a part in this film.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't be surprised. Eric, are you thinking of George for anything in the movie?
There could be something in there that I could put in.
Wow.
Wow, well, I'm sure he's honored.
Well, you haven't put anything in yet.
Yeah, you got to get to work. Stop watching Heroes and get to work.
Hey, Artie.
How'd you like that Heroes episode?
It was real good. Can't wait to see what's coming up next.
Nobody cares,
Spiders are fantastic.
All right, listen, Eric, get to work. I don't know who.
I meant nobody cares about what he thinks, not Hero.
Right. Where are these 4 pages? Who did you send them to?
I sent them to Will, and it should be 6 pages.
Will, where are my pages?
They're coming, Howard.
No, I mean, when was he going to give them to me? Well, just forward them to me.
He said he didn't know you wanted them.
Of course I do.
All right, they're on their way.
I'm thinking of going into production.
Eric could be going in all the wrong direction.
Yeah, I need to give this kid feedback. They tell me his writing style is a cross between Edward Albee and an earthworm. There is the script. I hold it in my hands right now. Wow. Eric's Angels. I told you I don't want this script. No wonder Will didn't give it to me. I don't want Eric's Angels. I want you in it. I want you to play James Bond.
No, that's an impossible part for
No,
me to
I don't
play.
want you to do voiceover in your movie. I want you on camera.
You read it. I'm not doing voiceover. There is a video phone. You see me on cam.
No, Charlie never appears on cam.
And not only that, what, you're just going to be sitting on a video phone? That's ridiculous.
That's what makes this one different.
No, I want you in bed with chicks. I want you to be the main star. I'm not producing this.
Look, jackass, that's all you're getting.
Well, fuck you. I don't have to reproduce this. I told you, if I don't like it, I'm not doing it. I don't like this. No, I'm not even going to bother reading this. This offends me.
Can I read it?
Here, you read it. I won't read it.
Okay. Wow. It already sucks.
You didn't even start reading
You just
it.
started.
You just started the first page.
Look at the page, first page.
This ain't the first page. Fuck.
It actually has a smell coming from it. Wow. Did you jizz on this?
No, I did not, fat ass. It came out of their printer. How could I have done that?
There's no. First of all,
What is it,
What, I
Artie?
come there to
there's no lines. It's just all parentheticals. Like you're just.
I mean, there's nobody talking?
Yeah, it just says Eric said the setting is an LA office with apartment rooms attached where we find 3 beautiful female private eyes that work for a man named Eric O'Neill. Boy, you've really taken artistic license so far with the Charlie's Angels twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, there could be some copyright infringement.
I mean, yeah. Let's have something original. But go ahead, yeah.
Intro, voiceover while action and close-up shots of each of the 3 women take place. I'm Eric O'Neill, a very rich and secretive man.
Eric, you don't tell people that. You show them by your office being a power office. You don't go, girls, I'm a very powerful and secretive man.
Listen, he doesn't change the Charlie's Angels idea at all.
Right.
I hired these 3 women straight out of the LA Police Academy after they didn't make it as officers.
Oh, please.
Eric, how is that original? We'll be sued.
Yeah, I mean, already there's a lawsuit.
And how's this writing when you're just ripping off a script?
I needed 3 women to help me run my PI business. See, I can't do the work myself because of my disability. I'm the voice and the boss behind the business.
So far, it's a real snoozer.
Yeah.
You know, you could really take advantage of your disability as a innocuous witness to various events. You take that idea and use your imagination.
Well, imagination, he ripped off Charlie's
I
Angels.
know, exactly. There's nothing
Eric, how do you answer these charges?
I don't know, hey, fat ass.
Yeah?
Read your part.
What am I? Am I fat ass? What am I?
Down towards the shower scene.
Oh, my
shower scene.
Ew, I'm not in the shower scene, am I?
Hell no.
Listen to Eric's first line as,
Go ahead.
as the Charlie character.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear it.
Good morning, angels.
You sure you can do that, Eric?
This is plagiarism.
It's so fresh, original, imaginative.
Eric, let me hear you do your first line.
Good morning, angels.
Artie, anything else good in those 6 pages?
Well, now, where's
the shower scene?
What page is the shower scene?
All it says is chase scene, and then I guess we just imagine a chase scene.
And we don't know who's chasing who?
Wait a minute.
John Stamos. Well, what's the name of my character, shithead?
John Stamos.
Oh,
You play John Stamos.
you're Marty the Peeper.
Marty the Peeper?
You are a peeping Tom peeping in on the girls as they're taking a shower.
Is he beating off while he's watching them?
I don't know what he...
Well, you don't know.
wrote it.
That's some creative. That's good. You know, jerking off. That's something.
All right. Well, Eric, I'm not impressed with this. I don't feel there's enough of you. I don't feel there's enough action. I don't understand. Also, it sounds like a lot of plagiarism. Your first line is "Hello, angels." I mean, this is crazy.
It says, and then it says in parentheses, it goes, the person in charge is John Stamos. Of course, he'll play himself.
Oh, jeez. The person in charge of what?
John Stamos. Hey, girls, I'm
What
glad
is it? What is John Stamos in charge of, Artie?
Just
Completely
It just says the person in charge of the... Is he in charge of the Kodak Theater?
He's in charge of a celebrity charity event that is gonna be there.
All right. Well, the dialogue is pretty mind-numbingly boring. Hey, girls, I'm glad to see you three. Angels. Hey, Mr. Stamos.
Wow.
Rose.
Well, that's moving the story along.
It's our job to make
Say,
sure.
hey, Mr. Stamos, together?
No, it doesn't say that, but I guess they do.
Do the girls say it together? Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rose, it's our job to make sure nothing happens to this event. The people that come to it, or this whole area for that matter, autumn, summer. As long as we're here, nothing bad will happen. We're LA's best. John Stamos, good, because the email I got said not call the cops or the feds or anything. It'll just make things worse.
Right.
I mean, you're hammering the audience over the head with details. You know, I mean, they should figure that out.
You see who's in the parts of the different three angels?
Who's in the parts of the three angels?
Brandy Taylor. I got her.
What about Ricky Lake? She in this? I could probably get her.
I have Bridget listed as Autumn Summer and Kelly from the WWE as
Bridget the Midget?
No, from Playboy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Randy
listen,
Taylor.
Eric, I got to be honest with you. I thought maybe already reading it through would help me, but... and there's a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I'm watching you on the webcam right now that you have set up. You don't know how to use a webcam. You only see, like, a portion of your head, like the top. Like, you can't even see you. It's weird.
Better?
Yeah.
A little better. All right, now I can see you. And what does that say across there? Shut the fuck up, fat ass? It's crawling across the screen.
That's a permanent message to Artie.
All right, so...
He's laughing at that.
I love that.
Eric, it always looks like you're looking at, like... You look like one of the people in Close Encounters when they see the spaceship.
Wow. You're always looking up.
Yeah, what are you look amazed at something.
Okay, can't you look...
My monitor is raised a little bit above me.
All right, well, you should get that worked out if you're going to do camera work. All right, listen, Eric, I don't mean to burst your bubble. I told you I would do a movie with you if it was something that appealed to me, but this doesn't appeal to me at all. I thought
And
you were...
it's really a lot of plagiarism.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to get sued by Charlie's Angels.
Well, at least you're adhering to the old adage, if you're going to steal from the best. But I want to let Eric play our new game. Eric, you want to play the new game on the show?
What's that?
What's that, fat?
It's called Guess This Sound. You ready?
What?
Gee, what could that be? Eric, what is that sound? Listen.
Oh, you're ripping up the script.
You got it. You got Carson's
win.
ribs.
You win.
We don't have any Carson's ribs.
Well, when we get some,
When we
they'll
get
be
some,
sent to
maybe.
you.
Ralph, what is it you're on with Eric?
I just love that he's had Isaac script sitting around for a year. Can't get him read it, but Eric, you're begging him for it.
I'm trying to do work with this Eric. This Eric, you know, he's busy watching Heroes. I really think he should come up with an original script.
Yeah, and Eric, Heroes is not great. By
Oh,
any
yes,
stretch
it
of
is.
the
Hey, Ralph, come on.
It's good. Even the creator apologized for the first 8 episodes of the season.
Well, you're right about that. It was a little slow there, and he recognizes it.
I liked it.
And all the Schwarzenegger down there in Louisiana, they're all annoying. They just get back.
Schwarzenegger, when did you become Italian?
Yeah, get out of here.
The only characters that I didn't really like, they already killed off one of them.
I'm going to hang up on you. I don't like you.
I'm not saying...
Don't say anything I don't want to hear about it. Thank you, Eric.
Oh, no, they killed
Goodbye. You're a
spoiler. You're a spoiler.
Thank you, Eric. Goodbye. I'm done. He's going to tell me stuff about Heroes I don't want to know. Let's have a contest. We put JD and Mike in a singles bar so you can pick up a chick fast.
Oh, no.
We got to do it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
I gotta say JD's gonna go.
Right. I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna talk to anyone.
Because the voice is gonna gonna scare the girls off.
But that'll be because Mike is talking to people. JD won't even...
Come over here, gorgeous. JD's such a wacko. Like he'll see Beth and he goes, "Hey, gorgeous." Like you know, he thinks he's like cool.
Yeah.
My money's on Mike. He might have the high voice, but he knows how to talk.
My voice versus his social skills.
Right.
You know, like once he opens his mouth, he's got a normal voice.
Hey, did I tell you girls about the time I went to the Madonna concert? Hey, laugh all you want, but I got a great story about Disney World.
No,
JD's over there. I don't know. I don't like it. I like you.
You guys ever heard of Epcot Center? I drank in all the different countries.
JD thinks he's better than me, but I still have a good relationship with my parents, so that's one thing I've got over him.
Yeah,
whoop-de-doo.
That's good for a chick to hear.
Wow.
Yeah, you see that nerd over in the corner? He doesn't talk to his mom. I do. So if you girls want to choose who to go out with, choose the guy with the mom. My mom ain't banging some Hawaiian. Hey, that's our friend.
What a team.
I got to see that show.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do, JD. Come on.
I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm going to sit there.
Prove that you're not Mike's equal.
I didn't say I wasn't his equal. I don't like to hang out with a lot of people.
JD.
The new odd couple.
I was on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride for a whole day, so go fucking suck off. Maybe I went myself, but at least I was there.
I had my own teacup.
I'm participating in life.
You know what I would do? I would shoot. I want to get the script to like Ocean's 13, that buddy movie, and have these two guys star in it.
Yeah, this is George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Yeah. One guy be Clooney and one be Pitt. We just stick you in the movie. I'm fucking Angelina Jolie. Go fuck yourself.
For high pitch Eric in there too.
No, just these two.
It's just them.
There's enough high pitching.
Get that Darth Nihilus guy to make an appearance.
Hi.
I'm Darth Nihilus.
Hi guys.
All right.
What time would you get to like the park?
When I would wake up.
Where do you
I gotta
stay?
go. What am I doing? You want to interview him more?
Sorry, I don't know.
Well, it is interesting. You'd go at the beginning of the day.
I'd wake up, you know, it's vacation. I'd wake up 10, 11. I'd show up at noon.
Well, look at
ride
you,
some
Mr.
rides.
Lewis.
Where do you have breakfast?
I never have free time like that. So
No breakfast? You went to lunch?
Yeah, I don't eat breakfast hardly.
And what do you do? Sit by yourself? Do you read the paper when you eat lunch? Or do you keep yourself busy?
I mean,
I
did you
guess.
have a plan of which part of the park you were
I would
going
just
to
go to.
attack
No, I
today?
just.
I'm going
Hey, where do you want to go? Oh, there's nobody here.
Do you ever get the blues like when you're by yourself at Disney World?
No, I love being by myself because I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to argue with anybody.
There you go.
You know, it's just I do what I want when I want.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Don't feel
Like,
awkward in the park there by yourself.
No, because there were plenty of other people all by themselves.
No, but they were really with me.
Yeah, they were like threes, and so they had a single.
who do you think has slept with more chicks in their lifetime, JD or High Pitch Mike?
Mike, have you had a girl?
Mike said
Yes,
never.
I've gone into this on the intern show, but
Yeah?
my sex life now is nothing to talk about. There is no sex life.
All right.
Really? You're a young man. You're not a bad-looking dude.
How many girls have you slept with? Then?
Two.
And is JD only one, right?
JD got one, but from the show. You got him outside of the show, right?
Way before the show.
Right. He never got a girl before the show.
See, you got him there.
Is JD really he just had the one? Is that official?
He went with some
He
chicks.
claims there was another, right?
Yeah, porno chick.
Oh, the porno chicks down at Hedonism?
Would you fuck a porno chick?
If she was tested, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
We gotta get you laid. I mean,
Can
we
I
did
have some of your urine?
Something like
Tastes clean. Let me smell your pussy, see if there's anything wrong with it. Oh, this is bad pussy. Oh, another 2-year drought.
That's it. You can't be too choosy, man.
Skip the test. Fuck it.
Your freshness date has expired.
You're gonna be tested.
What? You got AIDS? Well, let me think about it.
Want to go to Disneyland? I won't fuck you, man.
I love watching Artie laugh now because when he goes home, it's nothing but sadness on the inside.
Dude, you make me feel great about myself.
No more depression. Your depression is lifted.
Well, Mike, I understand you don't want Steve at your house, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Can I call you every day?
Lily
Steve
Sajigo,
Avalon.
just want confirmation that the TV's still
How
on
about
the
I
bike.
just bring a picture of it? Why does
No.
somebody? Why do we need
come
to,
on.
Why do we
Steve,
need to
right?
waste?
No.
That makes it sound like you're hiding something.
Exactly.
What are you hiding up there?
Nothing, but Lisa G needs to go to the Bronx.
What do you care?
Story they're covering.
Every day.
Hey, maybe she'll go out with you.
It's the world of Howard Stern.
I don't think I'm her type.
And you live with a 6-year-old kid, you said?
On
Just
the
on
weekends, the
weekends.
parents are divorced, and the kid, it's
Probably
my
nice to
godson.
get some human contact.
Are you friends with your roommate?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He had a kid a few years ago, and I'm the godfather. And,
Wonderful. Okay.
oh, here we go again. Fucking. He has nobody in his life, and he's laughing
May
at
your
me.
first child be a masculine child. I'm the godfather.
Godfather.
Oh, here comes his bad.
Luca, my most valued friend.
Here comes the bad part where he reenacts every scene from Godfather. Here we go.
Is it true, and tell me the truth, the week you were at Disney by yourself, was it also gay week?
Oh, if it was
What?
really gay, we
That was the first thing he tried to point
I'm gonna
out.
faint laughing.
Was it gay
That was
week?
the first thing he tried to point out. The dates of my trip, which was before Memorial Day. The dates of my trip.
You're killing Artie. You're literally gonna get your.
I hope he hits his fucking head
Artie
again.
can't survive gay day.
It's a day trip for gay week.
He can't survive that.
I'm not gonna survive.
He's gonna hit his head. Watch.
He can't survive that one.
Oh, please don't.
Was it by accident?
Look at him. Somebody get him a cupcake quick before he dies.
Oh my.
Mike, what happened? You didn't know?
The days of my trip. I'll wait till.
No, go
I'll
ahead.
wait till his wings hang
The days of your trip.
The days of my trip overlapped by one day. I was there before it started. The day it started, I was leaving.
Was that the best day?
So you were there for the kick?
Was it weird? Did any guys approach you?
I didn't even see gays.
All right, listen,
So
Mike.
you were there for a full gay day. The days of my trip overlap.
Wow.
I'm not the one.
So you were there for Gay Pride Week?
You were there.
Excuse me. Are you here for Gay Pride?
I love how Artie puts on the macho act when he's the one that got jizz on his
I'm the guy Goofy fucks in the ass.
Let me tell you something. I admire you. It is very difficult.
I think
to
you're
go
the
anywhere.
greatest guy
You're
ever.
a brave young man.
Howard, I see myself like you as you were when you were a kid. You were a
Absolutely.
loner. You were a loner, were you not?
I had no choice.
Exactly.
Nobody was looking to be with me.
That's how I see myself.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with it.
At 29, though, he had gotten through it.
He had grown out of it.
I'm not gay. I fuck chicks.
When are you getting married, Artie?
I don't know, man.
Actually, when are you getting a girl?
I don't know. I you know what? I'm sorry, but you know what? I thank you for this. This was the greatest.
Steve, are you done?
When is Gay Week in Knoxbury Farm? Gay Week? It was Gay Week.
Gay Pride Week.
Not the week I was there.
Right,
Someone said
it
it.
overlapped.
It was Gay Pride Week.
Well, they call it gay days, yeah.
He was there for Gay Pride Week.
Not the week I was there. I was
All right,
leaving the day it
overlap.
started.
All right.
I love how Artie looks.
He just took one day.
Oh, I'm in trouble. It's Gay Pride Week.
What a coincidence.
Excuse me, you look kind of hot.
Thank you.
Jeff, go ahead real quick.
Oh, Howard, who do I send a medical bill to when I have an aneurysm? I don't think I have ever laughed so hard for so long in my life. I almost passed out. That was the best hour of radio I think you've ever done. It was amazing.
I wish we'd done it 3 hours ago, though.
Oh, it was worth every penny I've
Thank
ever
you.
paid for Sirius. It was
Thank you very much. Bob, go ahead. You're on.
Oh, great show, guys. You got to keep Mark or Mike out of the studio. I ran a red light camera. I was laughing so hard with Artie and all that goofy stuff.
That's the hardest I've ever laughed too, I think. I mean, and I've laughed hard in this studio, man. That's the
Artie still hasn't recovered.
All right, Bob. Thanks, Bob, from Baltimore, Robin's old hometown. Thanks, Bobby.
Nailed it!
So Spielberg's your idol, and all of a sudden he offers you an opportunity to work with him, and you have to turn it down. Saying no is difficult, isn't it?
It's look. I mean, I want to make everyone happy, right? So saying no to that guy, I was like, this is a disaster. But he was gracious, and look, as if he needs me. So
that's when you know you made it, when you turned down Steven Spielberg. True or false? You're so busy.
No, false. I felt like I was making a huge mistake, but I did what I had to do, and I go off to do Lost, and I'm filming the pilot. Tom calls. He's like, hey man. I said, hey. He's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm directing a pilot. He's like, you sound great. I'm like, I'm feeling happy. What's going on? He's like, I watched Alias. I watched every episode. I was like, what?
Right.
I didn't think he knew about TV.
Right.
So he's like, when you get back to LA, let's hang out.
Now, what does hang out mean? What do you do?
Please, the first thing in my mind is, what I can't even fathom. Like, I had a meeting with him, but it was so surreal because it was him and Spielberg that literally in the middle of the meeting, I had to say, can I just say one thing? This is really weird. Like, I had to make a comment to myself because it was such a
self-deprecating comment.
It wasn't even self-deprecating. It was truly it was overwhelming to have these two icons, my absolute idol, and this the biggest movie star in the world sitting in my office.
When you hang out with Tom Cruise, are those black kids? He has black kids. What does he have? What are his
my God,
kids?
The black kids.
Where are they?
Unbelievable.
Who is more?
Well, with Spielberg and Cruise, you
That's
got
right.
all kinds.
Spielberg has black kids. Cruise has black kids. Are the black kids around?
There are two
Did
kids.
you have to play basketball?
Are there a lot of black people?
Whose kids are blacker? Did you ever beat off?
Whose kids are blacker? That's a good question. Spielberg or Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
I talk ghetto around the house.
You don't know whose kids are blacker?
Yeah, well, who's more ghetto?
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up, man?
JJ.
Yo, my dad directed Jaws, bitch.
Were you always a JJ?
Yo, my dad was in Jerry Maguire, motherfucker. Fuck you, man.
Hey, yo, you ever beat off to Felicity?
Your dad ain't shit. My dad directed Schindler's motherfucking List. Yeah? My dad was in MI2 and 3. Dog.
What is it like with the black kids? Take us into that world. We're fascinated by it. You've actually seen it.
That was unbelievable. What's
my dad is a Theta 7. My dad ain't into that shit.
What is it like? Your daddy's a Theta 7?
Your dad's a Theta 7. Your motherfucking dad's crazy. My dad's a Jew. My dad's one of the chosen motherfuckers. Your dad's into that crazy L. Ron Hubbard bullshit. My father's a chosen motherfucker.
You see, this is why I bought Sirius. Literally. So when I'm driving, I have these moments.
What are you talking about here? Talk about that. Did you meet Spielberg's kids?
No, I've never.
But you met Cruises.
Yes, of course. They're around all the time.
And they're black children, right?
One of them is.
One of them is.
One of them is, but...
Right. Did that freak you out, or did you find that to be odd? Or?
What are you talking about?
I mean, it was different, right?
Freak me out?
Do they know the ghetto speak? Or they speak like
yeah, I mean, is Tom keeping them close to their culture?
No,
or
here's
what?
the thing. No, these
Does he take them to a black neighborhood, to Compton?
Yeah, how do they play the dozens about mothers like, yo, your mom's Nicole Kidman?
No sense of humor, those kids. So it must be, are they in gangs? What are they doing? Yeah, right. What are these kids doing?
Your mother's from down under my ass.
These are two of the... These kids are...
These kids are very down to earth. Man, it's a good thing I'm not going to smash it with my tail. Shavings.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I stand corrected. Better segment now, isn't it?
Gary, I love it. I don't like it. I love it.
I'm fine with it.
And I retained all the information.
It makes me happy.
One thing he's wrong about, it was a good segment.
And now everybody wants to see Techno Beaver.
Yeah.
It's a great gadget.
When's that
That's a good gadget.
You don't do the schedule. You know when it's going to be on Howard TV?
I think it's up there now.
Oh, it is. Doug, is Techno Beaver on there? I swear to God it's good, and you will watch the whole segment.
Yeah, one of the segments is up. The next one's coming on in about a week.
And where does that air? During the
bonus show.
Bonus show, yeah. Bonus show gets all the good material. They don't give me anything good.
And Howard, we're finding stock footage right now. We found lots of beavers.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you. Please make it look good. I want a lot of money put into the dam.
Take the money that we spent in Vegas and put it in the dam.
Yeah, I would have more money for the dam, but he spent it in Vegas looking at new equipment. Oh, boy. All right. Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Gary. Yes, Jeff?
Yeah, I think, Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gary should run the civvy in the Techno Beaver.
Nah, I don't want to. I like him better in his fencing or diving match.
Takes a long time to get into the technical.
Exactly. No, it really is good, though, and I told Gary that this morning. I said the beaver thing is working for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Scott, were you surprised that Howard was on Gary's side?
You know, yeah, it was going in that direction. I think Gary, I mean, Howard's just trying to build Gary up so he keeps doing it, which he's right. We want him to keep doing it, but it is ridiculous. I mean, come on.
Oh, so you think Howard thinks this is ridiculous, but he just wants this to continue?
Absolutely. Howard's a smart guy. He sees a good bit, and I didn't want to kill it, so thankfully Howard built it back up, so we're good.
So what do you think of Gary's advice, though, in the beaver costume?
Yeah, I think it was good.
The advice was good, but you just can't take that serious,
The
right?
advice was good, but when he was asking me about how technically accurate it was, I don't think someone is going to watch it and say something like, you know, Gary just said WiMAX isn't good when it should be. You know, no one's going to do that. It's a beaver. You don't get technical advice from a beaver. I'm sorry.
So, Gary, Scott DePace obviously isn't a fan of Techno Beaver, but Howard surprisingly is. Or were you shocked that he liked it so much?
No, Howard said he always liked my tech segments. And by the way, a director should never be a fan of what he's directing. That would be stupid.
But is it strange that Howard, this is something that Howard would like jump all over you for, like getting dressed up as a beaver?
Well, listen, it's not like I didn't know what I was doing. I get the joke. I decided to be a good sport and be part of it. I'm more insulted by DePace, you know, saying that it ruins my credibility. You know, he invented a clamp that you fucking sell for, you know, playing your golf game, and suddenly he's a tech genius. But yeah, I was psyched. Listen, you never know which way Howard's going to go, and I was psyched that he enjoys the segment.
You know, it obviously bummed you out a little bit that Scott isn't taking you seriously, but this isn't going to stop you, right?
No. I mean, Scott's not the be-all, end-all. Everyone keeps telling me that Scott's this tech genius, but you know, he knows technology like any of us.
No, you know what that is?
What is that?
That looks like the roll or something.
What happened?
No, it's not the roll. No, look. See the point? It's like rolled up.
No.
It looks like a roll.
No, it's toilet paper.
That's not toilet paper.
It could be lipstick.
It's a tampon.
It's not tampon.
No, look, it's got a hard triangle edge, like it's peeling off from something.
I don't know.
Tim, this one, Kim.
What's going on?
It's not a tampon.
No, it's a tampon.
It looks like lipstick.
Ronnie, go get it.
How is that lipstick? It looks like lipstick.
That's
Look
not
at it.
lipstick.
No. It looks like
A roll. Ronnie, I'll give you $20 if you go fish it out.
And who's gonna
$20.
flushing it?
No, we gotta pull it out. Rubber gloves.
Can't flush.
How about if we give you salad tongs? Pull it out.
Yeah, go for it, Steve.
Investigative reporter on the scene.
Whoa.
What is that? What do you think that is?
Put your hand in there.
Give me something to take it out.
Yikes.
Salad tongs.
Give me something to take
What
it out.
do you think that is?
That's a
Steve?
good weight loss program, looking at that.
So, at least we could see what the fuck it is.
Holy shit. I need to go get my tape program. I'll be right back.
There's a foreign object in the toilet, and Howard TV has a camera on it, and we don't know what it is. Look. What is that?
What is
It looks like a toilet paper roll.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, who is...
a tampon.
No. Gary,
Oh, it could be.
take a look
But
at the
that's
list.
big.
That's a toilet paper roll.
That could be a tampon.
No, it's too big.
Oh, who's fishing that out?
It's Gary.
Oh, Ronnie the Lingo.
Salad tongs.
They're using salad tongs to fish it out. What a... This is that bathroom that everybody wants to get into, so we can card it and find out who was in there.
What is it?
What is it?
Let's see, it looks like salad.
What is that?
What is that?
It's
What is that, Ron?
It's rolled up.
No, it's a toilet paper roll.
Rolled up.
No,
It's rolled up paper.
Is it blood?
I think it's a tampon roll when you get right
Is it
down.
blood,
Oh,
Ron?
that'd be a pad, a mini pad.
Oh, look. Oh. And it looks like it has blood on it.
Yeah.
Don't even say
We know it's not Robin. She has menopause.
I know it's not me.
Yeah, but who can it be?
Oh,
There's only one girl that's in here.
It looks like it was like a toilet paper.
DNA
No, it's
the
not
inside of a toilet paper.
roll.
Right.
But we can't
Something
tell.
to do with the tampon.
It's a tampon.
I don't think so.
I know, Ronnie.
No, it was all rolled up. I don't think that's a tampon.
Ronnie got
have it,
salad
Ronnie.
No,
tongs.
it's rolled up paper.
Yeah,
So
it's
no
a
blood.
toilet tissue.
No, it looks like lipstick.
Right.
Oh.
It looks like lipstick.
Lipstick. On what?
I have a thought on who it might be.
Maybe it was Sarah.
It could have been Sarah. But
Sarah wasn't in there.
You know who's here today?
Who?
Rachel.
Rachel Fine.
No, Rachel wasn't in here.
So what do you think it actually is?
But who could it have been?
We can find that out. I mean, I can find out, but it's going to take some time.
But
All right.
What do you
Give me the list,
Full
Ronnie.
investigation.
All right.
Meet my list.
What do you think you actually have there?
I don't know. It looks like a rolled up paper with
Howard 100
We're
News.
constantly investigating that stupid bathroom.
Excuse me. No.
Howard 100 News all over it.
It's not a tampon.
What?
But it looks like blood.
We're not sure. We got to look at a list.
All right. All right, so we've eliminated Sarah, Rachel Fine, and Rod.
Forward bogey.
Wow, you are a man. This is beautiful.
Yeah, great.
Holy cow, you're on everything. Good job, Ronnie.
Good job doing what?
You're not afraid to get your hands dirty.
No, I didn't touch anything. It's a big deal.
Did you flush it to make sure there's
No, I threw it out.
No, I know, but did you flush?
No, I didn't flush. Go in and...
You know what I'm saying? There might be something else up there. All right, I'm going in. Leave the door open. I'm not using the store today. Hold the door, Ronald. Should we flush it to make sure there's nothing else?
Flush it. Go ahead. Flush
You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was another piece, so...
No, there's nothing there. I took it all out.
Well, you don't know what's up there. Clear. Ronnie rooted to the rescue.
No, Ronnie, like some kind of rolled up paper. Almost like...
Who's throwing paper in it? You can track that easily. That's within the next last 15, 20 minutes, right?
And it looked like blood.
It would be the person, it has to be the person.
No, it wasn't
Ronnie,
blood. It wasn't
Ronnie, it has to be the person right before me.
What do you think it was?
Tossing
I
the
don't know.
little lady.
It looks like a toilet roll.
So Ronnie, it's easy. I
It looked like
walked
blood.
in, I didn't use the person before me. It has to be that person.
All right, so what time were you in there?
Just now. Just 5 minutes ago when I got
Okay,
you.
so between 10:30 and a quarter to 11.
There you go.
I don't know. I didn't see it. It looked like a
Why are
toilet
people
paper roll.
putting foreign substances?
All right, let me go to your...
Tim, you happy this isn't you this time?
Yeah, thank God.
I found the culprit. But I don't know. Who should I report it to? Was Tim around? Richard Christie, 1021. The last one in there before Doug.
Who was the last one before Richard, just in case?
Get that, dude. They wanted, you asked me for the last one before Doug. It had to happen before that. Before Doug. Doug was in there at 1037. Richard was in there at 1021.
So are you suggesting that Richard Christie needed some sort of sanitary device?
I have no idea what it is, dude. I told you, it doesn't look like a sanitary device.
Well, actually, it does look
No,
like
it
one.
does not. Stop trying to put words in my mouth. It looked like a rolled up piece of some kind of paper, but it didn't look like a tampon holder.
And it looked like it might have been blood.
First of all, a tampon holder is solid. Even when you put it in water, it does not unravel like that.
What if Richard washed his hands? Who was before Richard? What if he just went to wash his hands? I'm just devil's advocate. What if Richard just went to wash his hands, which he doesn't normally do?
Dude, come on, you know it was probably him. What are you breaking my balls for? If I have to, I'll go back, but why should I have to go back?
looking out for Richard.
Doug said it had to be the last person before he walked in there, okay? That was Richard Christie at 1021.
As long as my good name was cleared up,
So
right?
you gonna throw him under the bus now?
They told me to investigate. I investigated. Now I'll make my report to Gary, and that'll be it. Leave me alone. So Doug was in here at 1037. The person before him that Doug discovered it at 1037 was Richard Christie at 1021.
Okay, so Doug's in there 10:37. So how do we know? So how do we know that somebody that wasn't in there at 10 o'clock didn't see?
Yeah, but it would have been flushed if somebody went to the bathroom.
Okay, so the only person that was in there before Doug was
Richard Christie.
So Richard, okay, I got it.
What is it, Gary?
So we checked up on the bathroom. So here's what we found out. Doug Goodstein was in there at 10:21. He found it. The only person in there before him, 9 minutes before, who would have either had to have seen it or put it there would be Richard Christie.
There you go. There's your guy.
So I don't know, did Richard see it? I can't imagine how Richard could have gone to the bathroom and not seen it.
So it's Richard.
The toilet had to be flushed if he used it, right?
Right. So if Richard wants to come in and address it, the card doesn't lie.
You've been caught, dude. Uh-oh. The big smile on his face. Go ahead.
No, I went in there to pee, and I noticed a little thing. It was kind of back in the, inside the toilet.
Right.
And I saw the little edge of it, and I looked down, and I thought it was toilet paper, so I just flushed.
Okay.
But I didn't see it. No, I swear. I would fess up to it. If I shit, I didn't shit there today. I took a piss. But
all right, very good. All
no,
right.
I swear.
Okay.
I'll take a lie detector. I'll do anything.
Okay, thank you.
You can spank me, do whatever you want.
I don't want to go anywhere near you.
You can put your cock in my ass, too, huh?
That's right.
Whatever.
Not that I want that.
I don't want
I'm
that
willing to
at
accept
all.
my fate.
Torture me any way you
Put your
want.
balls on my tongue. It's all right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Always it turns into a gay. You could put your cock in my ass.
It's not gay or nothing, just funny.
There was a bit that I wanted to do that I still want to do.
You want to put your balls in Sal's ass, right?
Well, in his ass crack, I would, yeah. But no, I would let you chloroform me and undress me and put different clothes on me while I'm passed out.
Okay.
I'll fuck your ass, I will.
I don't want to do that. All right, thank you.
That's a funny bit.
Yeah, my luck is you drop dead while I chloroform you.
Yeah, you want me to jack off?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna fuck you like a wild animal with this.
Richard, so you saw this.
Clean.
Richard, so you saw this thing in the toilet.
Yeah, well, I did see a little thing like down in kind of in the back. It was in the back, Ronnie, wasn't it? In the kind of the back of that little hole.
I saw it was already out.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was toilet paper. I looked down and so I flushed it. I didn't.
You didn't think it was any big deal?
No.
Obviously, it didn't go down there when you flushed.
Well, I didn't look to see. I just flushed and left.
All right, so it's not you.
Did you see what
Case closed.
Well, no, case open.
¡Otra, muchachos! ¡Esto va por ustedes,
Said to Gary, wear a sports jacket for the shoot. He goes, okay, ball. And it was baffling to me that he wouldn't wear a sports jacket. Because, Gary's gained some weight, and when he wears his sports shirt, you could see his belly, and it makes it more difficult to photograph him. I think the photograph I got of him, he looks very thin. I think I positioned him properly. Well, now you're wearing it. Now you look great. Oh, that would have been fucking great for what I had to do with that thing. You're such a turd. Why if I say, Laura...
You didn't say. You
Laura,
said,
my assistant, called you, said you have to wear a
no,
jacket.
she didn't say you have to. I'll show you the exact note. It says
wear a jacket and a
it says
sports shirt.
wear a nice shirt and have a jacket.
You look fucking great like that.
and tear some ass.
And have a jacket.
That
What's
sounds
the
like
deal?
a safety
Have a
party.
douche.
I don't feel comfortable in a jacket. I was not
Dude, why don't you trust me when I tell you to do something? If I'm the photographer, why can't you just go along with it? Why can't you just accept what I'm saying?
I thought the premise was for me to be comfortable. I didn't know it was for you to put me in a jacket.
No, I said I tell him to wear a sports
It didn't
jacket.
say. Howard said have a nice shirt and a jacket. It didn't say you absolutely have to wear a jacket. And then we were in there.
What does that mean? Have a
It
shirt
means
and
have a jacket.
And I
then
usually have
said,
it.
And then I said to you, Gary, do you have a jacket? And you went, I want, I don't know, something like that.
No,
I want to wear this.
No, the guys took the jacket. It was really weird yesterday. The jacket sits in my office all the time. They needed it for a shoot they were doing.
Yeah, but I needed it for the shoot. As good as the picture is I took of him, which I'm proud of,
You still have this feeling.
he looks like a college kid. And my agent Don Buckle's been trying to get
That is
Gary to wear a
ridiculous.
jacket for his entire career. You look like a pro today.
It's ridiculous.
Why did you just fucking wear that during the
It's
photo?
ridiculous that in that picture I look like a college kid. It's a ridiculous
Okay, well,
statement.
I mean,
many people
you do.
wear a shirt and not a jacket. It's
Gary,
not unheard of.
I wanted a professional picture of you. I wanted you in your sports jacket. I have a reason for it. Just fucking follow orders. Why you got to be so ornery?
I don't know that it's ornery. I thought you wanted.
And now you're wearing the outfit you should have been wearing. That's what kills me. You look great. You look slender. That jacket slenderizes you. You got a nice shirt.
I had a nice shirt yesterday.
Yeah, but without a jacket, and it was all wrinkled, and your belly's fucking sticking out of it. Yeah, I'll show you the picture.
I'm sorry I can't be as thin for you
But you look great now. Why couldn't you put your sports jacket
I don't know
on?
that when I sit down, I'm going to look any thinner.
Did I shoot you only sitting down?
No. As a matter of fact, you didn't.
I shot you standing up, didn't I?
And sitting down.
I know you look like you had a wrinkled sports
Hey,
shirt
y'all,
on. You
welcome
look
to
like
the new
a
and improved
fucking
Get Your
kid.
Ride. Now with
Whatever.
47% more than
You don't wanna be a
26%
pro.
that's
I am a pro.
annually. That
You
is
are, but
down
no
from
one
last
knows it.
year.
That's not true.
Your shell says something about you, and your slovenly appearance is definitely.
I don't think it's a slovenly appearance. I wear a nice shirt every day.
I'm going to publish the slovenly pictures of you.
Sure. Oh, so that's the big favor you did
No.
me? To get me in here to make me look like a douche?
I tried to make you look good, but you resist me. Oh,
but what's the point? It went from doing a favor to, let me make you look like an asshole. That's what happened.
Here's what
I
happened.
wasn't looking for a photo shoot yesterday.
No,
You were.
I was, and I requested that you wear a jacket. It just shows, it's indicative of your personality. You couldn't do it. You see how you're folding your arms now? I asked you to fold your arms. You don't want to fold your arms. You don't want to cross your
my
legs. You don't want to do
God.
it. You're difficult to work with.
Yeah.
And I say, Gary, wear a jacket. I've got something in mind here that I think I can make look nice. I would never release a picture of you without your permission. So you know I'm going to try my best to make you look good.
You weren't very insistent on it. You just. But
No,
but you
Gary,
said,
I had my assistant. How often does my assistant call you?
I felt if you really want. Hey, Gary, I really want you. I have an idea.
You mean so my assistant means nothing?
No,
And
that
if
doesn't, I had the jacket here.
I said, can you put on your jacket? You said, I don't have it. I don't feel comfortable in it, or
That's
something
what I
like
said.
that.
I don't feel comfortable.
Well, I'm like, well, okay. Well, what am I going to do then?
But then you should have said, as the photographer, I have a specific idea.
Oh, okay. All right.
But why wouldn't you? I have a specific.
Because I said it 3 times already. And if
You never
don't do
said
it. And if you don't do it, I'm not going to fucking force you.
But you had an idea that you felt strongly about. I didn't know
did,
that.
But Gary, 3
Sorry,
times.
man. I ain't got a thing for
No,
you.
not 3 times.
Robert, do you believe
Howard,
this?
how did one time become 3 times?
I can't believe this argument.
I can't
either.
either.
But how did one time become 3 times? Why'd you make it 6 times?
Laura wrote you an email.
Right.
And said, wear a jacket.
That's right.
What does that mean? That
You
she's
won't find
irrelevant?
better
I didn't say-
merchandise
she didn't say
anywhere
wear
else.
this
for me.
I
She
made
didn't
sure
say
of
wear
that.
a jacket. She said he'd like you to have a
See,
jacket.
this is why I'm exhausted, Robin.
I know.
If
Listen
Laura-
to this. I'm saying
Don't
this
die.
is
Laura's my-
impossible to be happening.
This is my work
But this
life.
isn't me ignoring her.
If
Yes, it
Laura,
is.
Let me explain something to you. Laura is equal to me. All she does.
Well, in all
is
fairness,
make-
you asked me to wear it, and I said no. So you both got the equal treatment.
Yeah, I'm saying. So now you said no,
I
and
need
you
your
look great
business.
today, and you look like shit.
When
I
you
fucking
think
photograph
murder,
you. Get
think
out of here.
Marcus
You're a
Munitions.
difficult human being. You're so stupid. All I'm trying to do is make you look good. Get back here. No, come back here. I want to argue with you more. What? I don't get it.
I don't feel comfortable in a jacket when I sit down. It feels tight on me.
Yeah,
and I don't. No, you're asking me. You're asking
But
me.
it
a question.
covers up your fat.
Hold on. You're telling me what you want. I'm giving you
All
an
right,
honest
go ahead.
appraisal.
I knew it.
When I sit down, I don't feel comfortable in a jacket. It feels tight on my shoulders, even though it's not. And when I fold my arms, it feels really tight, and I don't feel comfortable. And I wasn't going to be comfortable in the picture. I felt. Now, if you said I have a specific idea in mind, I would try it, but I don't feel comfortable in it.
Did you
and I
tell
thought,
your
hold on, I
friend?
thought the premise was for you to get me in a comfortable position.
No, the premise was I wanted you to wear a jacket.
You know, the whole purpose of photography is not
Robin,
for you
you
to
weren't
be
there, so I
comfortable.
really
But
not
it's not
listening
for
to
you
you.
to be comfortable.
You know what?
Well, of course it is.
It's to make
Marcus
you look good.
Munitions.
To make you look good. That's the purpose. In fact,
You think models feel good in every outfit they wear?
Doug Gordon's doing a symposium 3 days on the internet where he's teaching people how to pose people. The poses don't make you comfortable. They make you look good. I wanted to make you look a certain way. I had an image of you. I wanted to portray you as a certain type of person. That's why I requested. Now, if you're going to ignore Laura, I'm lost because Laura is...
like this back in the last.
I'm not ignoring her. I ignored both of you.
Welcome to the black market.
Don't
tell your friends.
No, but
You ignore everyone.
It's not like I hate Laura and I love you. I just didn't feel I was going to be comfortable in it.
I understand.
Don't tell
It's-
nobody
it's
where
like
you
if
got
I
that.
said- if I was in a movie, okay, which is what
Out
a
of my
picture is,
face.
it's just a still
Out of
picture,
my
but it's like a
face.
movie. And the director said to me, "I want to put you in a Big Bird outfit," and I'd say, "But Mr. Director, I don't look good in that," and I don't. He goes,
But
"No,
see, you guys had a conversation. Gary, hold on.
I'm
I'm
glad
going
he
to
was
run with you.
with you.
No, you didn't. I'm going to run with you.
I said, Gary, didn't I ask you to wear a jacket yesterday? And you go, no, bull.
And you would say, because I
Things
have an
need to
idea
be shot
I'd like
and
to
by
shot it. I would
Jove,
go, okay,
you're
let's
the
try it.
one
Of
to
course I have
shoot
an idea.
them.
What do you think I'm asking you to
Have
wear
you
a
heard
jacket?
of these
You
insect
just,
things
with the
called
director's
varks?
conversation, the director gave
Allegedly,
me
the
an explanation. You just
buggers.
expect I should
It's
know.
in the script. You're supposed
There's
to.
I didn't
more.
get a script.
Yes, you did. She wrote you and
That's
said,
the
wear
evidentiary
a
interpreter,
jacket.
please.
Howard says, wear a jacket. That's what he needs.
Whatever.
It never occurred
I'm
that,
not even-
that
I
you
can't
bring
even
a
hear
number
you.
of changes.
No, he didn't say bring a number of changes.
You know, and
asked
you
for a number.
because you're looking for color, you're looking for
I did I didn't want a couple of changes. I wanted you in a jacket. That's the only directive.
But even if you don't even know which jacket,
you don't even know what you're talking about. God,
I've had my picture taken before.
Quiet. Prefer to hear what you.
She's now going to give me shit about something that you.
I don't got all day, Skaglik. Don't you go back.
She just said, "Why did I not bring a number of shirts for different colors?"
That would have actually been helpful, but
I
don't
didn't even know
expect
what we
that.
were doing exactly.
It's just like when the new iPhone comes out.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get for you?
I guess I didn't think of it.
Right. Think about your ball all the time, day and night. You think too much about other people than your ball.
Yes.
Stay alive out there.
Something nice like the photo shoot has turned into a mess now.
Exactly.
Right. You turn everything.
Yes, I know I do.
Yeah. You had to ruin a nice day. Thank you.
I never heard a photographer yell at a subject like this before. Like, in other words,
stop thinking
thank
about.
God I didn't pay for it.
You know what you think about? You think about Sonos. Think about me. The way you think about Sonos, think about me.
I've not thought about Sonos all day.
Really? I doubt that.
Why would I think?
Look how good you look today.
I don't know that I look so good.
Yeah.
But okay, fine.
Jacket makes him look slender.
Sit out.
Ugh. Couldn't have put that on for me for the photo shoot. You got the note. Wear a jacket. No both. I mean, you other than your face, you look fantastic. Right?
If you got the money, I'll save you all darn life.
Is he slender right now?
He looks very professional.
Yeah, and neat. This is the look I was looking for.
It's a good jacket for you.
Fuck. So mad at you. You don't take direction from your ball.
Thank God for the
All I'm
freaking
trying to do is
Crimson
make you look
haters.
good. You must hate me.
Today, maybe a little. I knew, by the way, I wasn't sure how. And
I'm very sorry to say I need your
Yesterday's
assistance.
photo shoot was going to get me standing here in the
A group of mutant test subjects escaped the Hyperion Preserve. As amusing as it might be to see them attempt to reintegrate into society, they must be put down. You will need a way to lure them out. Head to Moxie's and acquire some bait I have ordered.
No, of course I was in it all day.
That's what I'm saying. And I just looked at. I mean, we're taking a photo. You know. And today, and yesterday your outfit was a 2. Today it's annoying.
Nice.
Annoying.
All right, I'm done.
How the hell did those bandits snag you anyway?
Was taking a leak.
Hey, I got a job for you. Wow, you are a dumbass.
Yeah,
Today's outfit's annoying. Annoying.
Total dumbass.
Annoying.
I was joking, dude. I'm happy to see you.
Oh.
So I kinda inspired a cult? And not the fun ask you for autographs kind.
Because I don't know what they're looking for, and I don't know what would be the best thing for a picture.
Well, listen, you're right. But I got to tell you something. You say to a guy, wear a jacket, and he's defiant.
Yeah.
He's defiant. This is his personality. Defiant.
And when he and
I
so
need you to
you
infiltrate the
went
Children of
on
the
an
Firehawk
argument
and find out if they're
that
planning
you didn't
anything
say wear a
shady.
jacket. You said bring a jacket.
I see a lot of this. I'm listening to the wrap-up show. Tim Sabian says to Scott the engineer, clean up your office. I want the equipment
I do it
off
myself.
the floor. This is what I
worried
want.
they'd freak out if they saw their god in person. Go talk to the cult's leader, Incinerator Clayton.
Is that why you think you need the chart?
Scott would be fired from any other organization. Yeah, of course you need a chart. I mean, people around here are forgetting. I'm shocked Tim was nice enough not to fire Scott yesterday. I mean, wow. I'm listening to this. I go, guy, he goes, Tim needs that studio. Scott, I think Scott maybe thinks it's his studio or something.
And
like
Tim has no jurisdiction.
Yeah, and like I have my own studio, so Scott has it. No, we'll do whatever we want with that. That studio is my studio. It was weird, man. And Gary, wear a jacket for the shoot. I'm not.
He says, "Oh, you didn't say wear a jacket. He said bring a jacket."
What is that? Why is it always semantic?
I was like, what kind of an argument is that? That's why I said I couldn't believe the argument.
Why can't the guy go, I disobeyed your order? I shouldn't have. It's crazy. It's crazy. If my boss ever said to me, bring a jacket, I worked at Benton & Bowles Advertising. I don't think it exists anymore, but that's where I worked. One of the biggest places. My boss said to me, "You must wear a tie and jacket every day." Did I walk in and go, "Hey, I'm not comfortable. I hate wearing a jacket and tie." I did it. I wrote him a direct.
So now
Laura wrote me a note.
Now we're into a different conversation. Was this a boss work thing or a
No.
no, but what I'm saying is, have you ever been to a photo shoot? Have you ever been to a photo shoot where you said, "I'm not going to wear that. I don't feel comfortable," like a devil's outfit or something that you just didn't want?
Go ahead.
Speaking of perverts, I have a whole alphabetical listing of things, Howard, that you can type in to assist you.
What do you have?
Pain, Pakistanis, pale, panties, panty sniffing, pantyhose, park sex, parodies, parties, passed out, pedal pumping, peeing, penetration, pigtails, piss drinking, pissed on, pissing with pizza.
So far, everything you've mentioned, I don't want to say.
But this can assist you, though, if you want. And,
Yeah,
and it's in alphabetical order. Incest,
It's all right.
Indonesian.
I'll figure it out.
Indonesian. What comes up when you put that in?
This is some crazy stuff here.
I like bondage videos, I think. You know, as long as nobody's really getting hurt.
They get... Psychologically, they're fucked up.
Well,
they're hurt for the rest of their life.
They were hurt before this camera started.
If I go
rolling.
that deep into it, then I'm never going to beat off to porn. You know, I mean,
Yeah, you can't really think of where these people come from.
I was just like, this is making me feel bad. I think these girls are really being taken advantage of.
But it doesn't stop you.
Well,
that's the thing.
That's true.
After you blow
a lot
your
of them
load.
were ugly, though. And I had to go through about 7 videos before I found somebody that I was attracted to. Some of the girls got, you know, like a big
I am
gut,
Incinerator
like, hey, come on, this is porno. What are we doing?
I witnessed you enter
I
the
should beat
lair
off
of
to
the
bed.
fire
This is too
and
real.
return
Yeah,
unharmed.
I've
If you
fucked
truly
women
wish
like
to
that.
serve our mother, you must pass a
Who
test.
cares?
I'm here for the
Use
fantasy.
a fire
Right.
weapon to
Show me
send
somebody
my
I can't
brothers
get.
to the eternal
If you
flame.
feel guilty about it, might as well be a hot piece of ass.
Right. I like that little caprice.
Oh, she's too young. She creeps me
Burning
out.
people alive
I
is
think she
mildly
pretends to be
shady,
young. She's
but
probably an old
these
bat.
cultists sound like
It's
they
like
want
jerking
it.
off to romper room, dude.
weird.
You saw Little Caprice?
Do what
When
he
you
asks,
mentioned
I
it, yeah,
guess.
she's very young. I like her.
Really?
So you like that?
I didn't think she looked that young.
You need new glasses, my friend.
Well.
She looks young. She looks...
I don't beat off on my glasses. That iPad, I'm trying to figure out the right distance. It's like a guy with reading glasses.
I bounce it on my kid's stepping stool in the bathroom,
Do
my
you?
iPad. It's great to do it that
I
way.
balance it on my knee, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to blow a load on my iPad.
Can you imagine that
cares?
this is where, you know, at one time porn was hard to get.
Now it's so easy.
Now it's on your iPad.
I tell you, if I had had this as a kid, oh my God, I would have been out of my mind. I never would have left the house.
Well, how do people keep their kids from you?
They don't, because it's so ridiculous. Like you go on YouPorn, they go, if you're under 21,
don't come in.
hit I'm not, not able, hit enter if you're over 21. So, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Who's stopping?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not over 21. I just remember being so confused about what to do with a woman the first time I was with her. The first 20 times I was with a woman, I was so bad at it, didn't know what to do. If I had known all these positions and stuff, although, it leads to creativity when,
Yeah, but you weren't with a woman. You were with another kid who didn't know any more than you did.
Yeah, that's true.
And part of the fun is figuring it out.
It didn't seem like so much fun. I was like, gee, I wish I knew what I was doing. I'm really not satisfying. It would have been great to have these sex manuals in a sense.
And then you'd have showed up in a smoking jacket.
Oh, I would have been like twisting people into 30 different positions.
These guys are
Smacking
resistant
them
to
around.
fire,
I mean,
but
I
Clayton
would have
wants you to
learned.
burn them to death. Could be tricky.
But,
you might want to whittle them
God.
down with
By
a
the way, Little
non-elemental
Caprice is
gun, then
22 years
switch
old.
to a fire weapon
Oh,
to
really?
finish them off.
From the Czech Republic, her shoe size is 7.5.
The Czech Republic.
She's right off the boat.
Yeah, and then I start to think white slavery.
That's hot, too.
They're
That's a
making-
took on here, Rob.
Is there? What goes on in
Let me
those
see if
videos?
slavery's on here.
White slavery. We've already seen black slavery.
You can get that anyway.
Yeah, I jerked off the roots last night.
One of the ones he mentioned?
Yeah.
What?
Passed out.
Oh, I've seen those. I'll tell you exactly what passed out is. But it's all so pretend, the guy comes in and chloroforms the girl.
Oh,
and because she's passed out, he can't fuck her, so he, does stuff with her. He, goes, oh, look at this. And, I think it's illegal to show a video of a woman passed out. And, so these guys chloroform her, and then they dress her in different outfits.
Oh, God.
It's a fetish thing.
Richard wants you to do it to him.
He
wants you to chloroform him.
Richard said to me, I want you to chloroform chloroform me, and I want to wake up in a different outfit.
You know, he's very funny because that's how gay he is, but he can't handle it. So it's like, you
Get on your
chloroform me, and then you can have fun with me.
I said, you know what, Richard?
Stop you.
If I could be guaranteed that you wouldn't die from me chloroforming you, then I would do it. Because he wants me to, like, undress him while he's nude. And then be nude.
Jerk him off.
And if you were to fuck me in the ass when I was passed out, I couldn't stop you.
What do you want me to do exactly to you?
Okay, so I'll wear clothes that are easy to take off, like sweats.
Oh, you tease.
Yeah, and you chloroform me. A doctor emailed me and said he can have this done very safely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to where he'll know.
Is it Michael Jackson's doctor? Go ahead. And then when I undress you, what do you want me to do to you?
I guess whatever you want.
Mind if I
you're
take
not,
pictures of you?
I don't mind.
Do you mind if I jerk you off?
Say
hello,
well, you probably can't because I don't think I'll be hard. You can just tug on it a little
It's illegal to do.
Well, he can got a fire weapon.
It seems in these videos what I'd have to do is undress you and then go, oh, look at this. Look at this.
And
Look at
pose
this.
him in different...
Yeah, like I can't put my finger in your ass or anything. Yeah, then I can pose you and stuff and move you around a little.
You can put your finger in my butt. I don't.
Yeah, but
think
that's against the law. Not that. Listen, I don't want to.
I'll sign a release.
There's no such thing.
No.
We'll draw up a
I don't want to
release.
put my finger in your ass, you idiot.
But he wants you to.
Right. And then what I'll do is I'll dress you up like a pretty girl.
Since those guys resist fire, you should beat the tar out of them with a non-fire weapon, then switch to a fire weapon for the last few shots.
Don't want it done.
I'll rip you apart. Piece by piece.
Chloroform.
Right.
And then you get bored in like 5.
Don't you know what I would do, Robin? I would chloroform him and put him in a garbage pail and send him up and down the elevators in the building.
But you'd eventually get just bored, and you'd leave, and he'd just be passed
No,
out.
you know exactly what I do. I get him naked. I put him in a garbage pail. I put him in the elevator here in the building. How many floors are there on this building?
36.
You're only on the 36.
Yeah, 36.
So I'll just press every button in the elevator, and then we'll see you naked.
I'm fine with that.
And then all of Sirius will be thrown out of this building. And we'll have to find a new building.
Yeah, last time I was naked out in the lobby, I about got fired for the streaking.
Right.
They didn't like that.
Completely nude. He's streaking.
He's running through the whole
He's streaking through the whole thing.
Get out of there,
Get out of there.
That's not a streak. Don't stop.
But yeah, I would totally let you do that, Howard.
Be funny, right, Sal?
It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll get a garbage pail right now.
Yeah, why does he have to be... He doesn't need to be chloroformed for that.
That's funny, though.
Just punch me and knock. Richie Wilson's here. He can choke me out.
He can't do physical shit to you. I mean, if you die, I'm fucked.
I'll sign a release.
What's the release going to say? If I die, I'm okay?
Yeah.
What, we tape it to your casket, you asshole?
Go along with that.
And how do you think I'm going to feel about the rest of my life knowing I killed you on the air? Well, you signed a release.
You'd feel great.
Yeah.
Hey,
if I got rid of this wacko.
It'll make for great radio.
Yeah, great.
Anyway. There is no slavery. There's whites and there's regular slavery. It's not black or white.
Well, maybe I'll look up slavery tonight.
Yeah.
You know what's sad about internet porn, Howard? And you were just saying, like, when we were young, like, I used to have to go digging through tractors on the farms to find dirty magazines under the guy's seat.
Right, nudist magazines.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
There was an art to it when you're young, going out and finding porno. You go with your friends.
Well, you know, back in my day, we had what they'd call nudist magazines, and these were magazines where people were nude.
We had to look for our porn.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I was talking to my friend about this, and he was saying, my friend Pat was saying, you know, it's kind of sad because you had to use your own mind and your own creativity. And
Right. You had to figure out what you wanted.
I go, Pat, I had no mind and I had no creativity. I needed information. I needed to see what was going on.
Some of that fumbling around was charming.
My dad used to get a catalog called Bass. It was from Bass Pro Shops, this outdoor store, and they had ads for inner tubes and women holding the inner tubes in bikinis, and that's what I jerked off to when I was a little kid.
I jerked off to girdle ads. Remember girdles?
Yeah.
I jerked off to my mom had the like the Times Sunday section.
My young torch.
Had to open up to a girdle ad. I'd steal it and
dog smiling upon us.
Jerk off to some
Return
chicken
the
and
ashes
girl.
What
to
thing
me.
did you jerk off to?
Yeah.
I'd steal the birdseed catalog.
I tell you, remember when you first saw Playboy for the first? What a payday, huh?
Yeah.
You know, as a little kid, there would always be a
My
box
parents
in
got
the
me a
woods.
subscription to it when I was 13. That was pretty liberal.
That's
So
awesome.
you didn't have
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't learn how to fuck from that. You know, it was just like just naked women.
Yeah.
Then all the kids in the neighborhood would come over to my house, and we'd be in my bedroom looking at Playboy.
These children
It
now
was a big
know
deal
an
that I had
ecstasy
Playboy.
I can only dream of.
And I
Thank
think
you.
my mom didn't want me sharing it with the
Return
kids.
to
She
me
didn't have a
for
problem with it,
further
but she said some of the other moms might.
Right, yeah.
Sounds
they've
like
gotten
you're
into
in.
trouble with,
Let me know if they're
you
up to
her
anything
neighbors.
dangerous.
Hey, how did it
Other
come up that
than
you got
burning
Playboy?
themselves
Did you
alive.
ask for it? Or?
Yeah, I said to my mom, you know, supposedly I'm 13 and I'm a man. This was the bullshit they fed me. So I
Unfortunate
said, well, I would
news,
like
Tom.
Playboy. And she said, okay. She goes, and I'm going to she goes, let me tell you, these women are freaks. Real women look like me and your sister. And that's what women look like. And these women, you're never going to find women that look like this.
There are
Meanwhile, look at Beth.
You did find one.
I did. I found them all right.
But you weren't embarrassed in front of your mom, even that to be.
No.
That's interesting.
He was a
Yeah.
man.
I could never ask my parents for a dirty magazine.
My parents, we had the weirdest thing. I mean, sex was not a taboo subject. That's why I always thought it was funny to get on the radio and talk about sex. Because it
Play
was
along.
like such a nothing
Clayton
thing.
needs to
You know,
trust you
everyone's so
completely.
freaked
If
out
they've
by
been
it.
doing
But
anything that we need
no,
to
my mother never
stop,
made a big
that's
deal
the
about it. I
only
was
way
only
you'll
one
hear
at
about
stag
it.
films and all that kind of stuff. She didn't care.
But you would hide that you jerked off, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was another.
No, my mom would jerk me off. She let me hold the Playboy because I said, Mom, I can't figure this out. I'm busy holding Playboy with two hands. I need you to jerk me off. Well, listen, it's not a big thing. Believe you me to jerk
Look
off.
at all that.
Who cares?
They didn't ever, when they got you the subscription, they didn't say, no, we don't want you beaten off to this?
No. There was no discussion of that.
She didn't mind that the sheets were now like starched every month.
My mom was just like, you know, she goes, you know, it's a silly thing. Women don't look like this. This isn't real women.
So here, you want it?
Yeah.
Here.
Here it is. Okay, I don't want to jerk off to real women. It's like the nudist magazines had real women. I mean, they have big hairy bush and, you know,
bellies,
big cellulite in their ass. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I don't want to see that. That's all I had. Found that in Roosevelt.
That's great.
You know, there's a corner where some guy threw nudist magazines into the bushes, and then, like, there were used condoms in the same corner. Like, I don't know what went on in this corner.
Yeah,
of
what was
Roosevelt.
going on there?
I don't know. It was weird. I'd walk by, there would be like a used rubber laying on the ground, and then I saw a nudist magazine. It was disgusting. So it's been out there for a while.
Who had it and what was on it?
I didn't care.
Oh my goodness, that phobia didn't kick in at that point, huh?
And then it was like, no, I didn't have
Now he
germophobia.
has, if somebody gives him a comic, an old comic book, it's got to be covered in plastic.
And then I had like 20 pages of a nude volleyball game. And, like these men and women playing volleyball.
The nudist magazines were always funny because the nude people were always doing something stupid.
And the women might as well have been wearing clothes because their bushes were so big it looked like they were in bikini bottoms.
You weren't seeing anything
You didn't see anything.
But there was cock in there too, like guys.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
But I was
Hey, look at
always
this, it's
wondering
cock.
why they were doing activities you really should be doing in clothing.
It doesn't
Like
make
ping
sense.
pong.
It doesn't make sense. Everything was just nudists. And pictures of
Wow, we're playing ping pong in the nude.
naked pottery.
NATO!
I only had one magazine.
Yeah, the painting and the pottery.
Do you remember the name of it?
No, it didn't even have a cover on
Do
it.
they even have nudist magazines anymore?
I was going to
Who
say,
cares?
maybe for your next birthday, I'll get you a copy of that.
I don't
Bring
even know
back
what it
some
was
memories.
called. You know, it was really weird. I used to hide it in my sister's. My sister had dolls when she was little, and I figured out in the basement she didn't play with her dolls anymore. She was older, so I would hide everything. She had cases for the dolls. I would hide my cigars in there. And I was about 9, 10, I don't know. I had cigars. My dad had cigars. I'd steal one and smoke it a little bit, and then I put it out and stick it in her doll box. Look, I didn't light the whole fucking thing on fire.
Well, I'm also thinking that if she ever did go to see her dolls, they'd smell like cigars
and
Can you imagine?
porn behind them.
Can you imagine like I'm like 10 or 11 and my parents catch me in the basement smoking a big cigar and reading nudist magazines? I mean, holy cow.
You were mature.
Oh my God, I had a whole thing going on. One day my whole family was down. No one went down in our basement. It was like a dungeon because it was in a finished basement. My
Right.
father was too fucking cheap to finish the basement. Every house in Roosevelt is the same. It's the same house, except different colors.
Right.
And every kid had the same basement, but some parents had paid to finish the basement. It was a nice, warm place where you'd hang out, watch TV, do some cool things.
Yeah, it was like a clubhouse.
Mine was so scary. It was just a cold basement because my dad, could have put some fucking tile down on there. It looked like where serial killers go to kill their victim.
Right, you could chop up the floor.
Like in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, you get on Facebook or Craigslist, hire a hooker and kill her down there. Like this new fucking serial murderer we have around
That sounds like another theme for a porn, Howard.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I'd be down there with the doll box and smoking a cigar for a while and jerking off.
They never saw you coming out of the basement and said, what are you doing down there?
Nobody went down there. My sister never went down there. One day, the whole family, don't ask me why, decides we're all going to be down in the basement because I had my puppets down there. And I guess maybe, I don't know, I'd been hired to do a puppet show for Fiddler on the Roof for an old age home. Well, everyone's down there. My sister goes, oh, here's all my old dolls.
Oh, no.
I'm like, fuck you. Great. You don't even talk to me. We don't interact. And all of a sudden, now you're going to lose your dolls. You messed my whole situation up. She started going for the doll box. I thought I was going to kill myself.
So what'd you do?
I did I got to get out of here. It was something. I don't know. I vomited or something. I don't know what I did, but I got them all out of there.
Wow.
She was about to start playing. Getting nostalgic for this disgusting doll she had, but, my great.
But you didn't do anything to the dolls.
No. Oh, please, I'm not sick.
That would have been hot.
No, I never did that. My sister had one of those dolls. Remember the Twilight Zone where the doll comes to life?
Yeah, the talking doll.
She had, it didn't talk. She didn't have Talking Tina, but it looked exactly like Talking Tina. And it freaked me out.
Especially in a basement.
Well, first of all, I had a whole basement full of marionettes that I was sure going to come to life and attack me. Sometimes I'd be down there and have goosebumps. I'd be all freaked out by that. I was sure maybe moved.
Oh, God!
I couldn't relax with them. That's why I put them all away. And I puppetry.
I was afraid of them.
I was. I had a horrible dream one night. I had my ventriloquist dummy, my Jerry Mahoney dummy, the one with the moving eyes. I had the good one. I eventually worked up to it. My parents saw I was serious about ventriloquism. What a fucking... Should have played guitar. What an asshole I am. Ventriloquism. Oh, I want to talk with all of my lips. Why? You idiot. Why didn't someone sit me down and go, what?
I want to throw my voice.
Yeah, I want to throw my
the
voice.
other side of the room.
Yeah, that'll get chicks. No, I should have been like, Joe Perry practicing my guitar. I would have been on stage. I would have been somebody. But no, I'm busy practicing. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? They can't even understand me. Fuck you. So I had the Jerry Mahoney, and I kept that in my closet in my bedroom. He didn't go down to the basement. And one night, I had a dream. And there were millions of Jerry Mahoney heads all over attacking me. And I was sure it was coming to life. And I woke up in a cold sweat, and I looked on my pillow, and there was a big giant spider crawling across my pillow.
Oh, wow.
I was like, the Jerry Mahoney head turned into a spider and tried to kill me. I took that fucking Jerry Mahoney, I never touched it again, and I took all those puppets and I put them away. It was the end of it. Jerry warned me.
And kept me from being bitten by the spider.
You know what? I didn't want anything more to do with Jerry Mahoney. I was done throwing my voice, and I sucked at it. I was so bad at it.
Throw your voice.
I was watching you. And you can't say R's and P's without moving your lips. So they teach you to go, they teach you to say instead of bitch, because you can't say bitch without, you say itch, itch. Oh, you're such an itch. So.
What about fuck? You can
say, oh, I can't let you hook that up. You go like that. And I wasn't I had no ability to do it. I was awful at it. I didn't like talking to the puppet. I'd run out of things to say. Fucking puppet was boring. I'm hanging with a puppet. My psychiatrist thinks it goes back to me wanting to pull everyone's strings and control everything in my world and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't even who the fuck knows what I was doing? Those puppets.
There's a great horror movie.
You certainly didn't stick with it if that's what you wanted to do. You gave up.
Oh, yeah. I was scared of them. What a waste of time. I used to have them fucking. It was great.
You got to see this movie, Dead Silence. It's about those puppets. They would scare the crap out of you.
I don't watch Chucky. I don't watch any inanimate object coming to life.
You're missing a whole segment of the horror genre.
Yeah. Poor me. I don't want to be scared.
I love those themes.
I get scared.
Did you like that? You must have not have watched The Twilight Zone about that, where the guys doll.
Oh, I saw that. That's what fucked me up. That ventriloquist whose doll comes up.
With the dart gun?
No, and eventually this guy's... That's right. Eventually the puppet is actually commanding him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The puppet's like a murderer. He was the original Chucky.
Right, because he didn't want anybody else to touch his puppet and the whole thing.
That's great.
There's a great Tales from the Crypt with Don Rickles where he has a puppet that comes to life, but then he pulls the puppet off and he has a conjoined twin that's his arm.
Yeah.
And it's alive. It's so scary.
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard that Otto talks to his puppet George all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. One time he was being driven to a gig in Jersey, and he puts George in the trunk.
Yeah, but Otto doesn't even do ventriloquism.
No, his mouth moves the whole time.
Yeah, you know, his whole thing is dirty jokes.
He doesn't give a shit at all.
No. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he holds the puppet. The puppet's mouth doesn't even move, just Otto's.
Yeah, he doesn't even try to disguise it.
Exactly. I think George is doing the ventriloquism to Otto because
That's a new twist on the whole thing.
Is he still doing bachelor parties?
I think every little bit of everything.
I remember that. Otto and George.
Yeah.
He's a ventriloquist act, dirty ventriloquist act, except the guy moves his lips the whole time.
The whole time.
We used to have him on the show all the time.
I loved when he was on and he'd get bummed out at himself and mad at himself all the time.
Yeah,
he was something else.
Weird.
Yeah, so this comedian's driving him to Jersey and he's talking, and Otto goes, I really don't like to talk unless George is with me.
Wow.
Yeah, like he has to have his buddy there to converse with.
Don't run!
Richard.
John,
you really want a finger in your ass?
How many people can say that Howard Stern has stuck his finger in their ass? It'll be a thing I'll tell my grandchildren.
For purely comedic value, or is there
I'll be
a
passed out.
subconscious?
There's nothing sexual about it. I'll be passed out.
But why put your body on the line like that for?
I've done it numerous times here. Why get my nuts shocked? Why lick Sal's balls? Why get spanked? Why get burnt? Why do all this stuff? For the good of the show.
You simply find this body. There's no homoerotic undertones or anything to this. There's nothing. You find this brand of, I guess, stunt humorous, and that's it. There's nothing sexual, nothing that indicates that you might be a little bit bi-curious.
No, when Party Boy does stuff with his penis on Jackass, it makes me laugh so fucking hard, but I don't get turned on by it. It's just funny as shit. And now tell me, if you saw Howard sticking his finger in my ass on Howard TV, tell me you wouldn't laugh at that.
It's probably the perfect storm of many perverted acts right there.
I think it would make for comedy gold myself, but I don't know if we're going to see it happen. Howard didn't seem too keen on sticking his finger in my butt.
Hey, Ronnie the limo driver. All right, let's get over to John Hein, who hosts something called The Wrap-Up Show every day at 11 o'clock. You can hear those kind of arguments on The Wrap-Up Show. I was listening to one between Jason and Sal, the stockbroker.
Yeah, it got ugly a little bit.
It really got ugly.
Yeah, it did.
Gary said it was so uncomfortable Thursday on The Wrap-Up Show that Gary wanted to get up and leave during their fight.
That bad.
You want to hear a little clip?
Sure.
All right, this is from Thursday's Wrap-Up Show. This is Jason, who, of course, is... What page is that, by the way, Gary?
It should be Gary page 2, all in the right-hand corner in orange.
Gary page 2. This is the wrap-up show when Sal and Jason start arguing. They're arguing about that, Sal felt badly that a lot of his selections for the Baba Booey song parody contest were ignored. And he didn't like the fact that Jason was the sole arbiter of good taste.
Well, of his selection.
That's right.
John, you could back me up on some exact quotes we all heard from Sal in the office.
What's up?
I cannot believe that everything Richard and I approved didn't make it to the contest.
I never said that.
John, did you hear that?
I
don't remember him saying that, but I believe you if you say it's
Who
true.
would believe
And
you?
when he came in,
Jason, who would believe you? You're just you're a selfish air whore weasel who will say anything for attention because you can't stand on anything creatively on your own to get by. So therefore, this is your niche. Your niche is to make up shit, to inflame shit, to exaggerate shit, because that is your only way that you will receive attention. You don't receive attention from creative stuff. You don't receive attention.
That's not true.
Oh, well, Gary, stop backing him up for one fucking. Get your fucking fat lips out of his fat ass and let me finish.
Hold on.
Where are your bits? Where are your pranks? Where are your songs? Where is your contributions in that sense?
That's not how he contributes.
Okay, but all he
You're
does,
wrong.
but he stretches the truth. He stretches the truth. He does it to the pace. You lied about Richard Christie talking about Artie behind Artie's back. You fucking created one of the biggest fucking turmoils in the show because you stretched it out tremendously. You also get under DePace's skin deliberately. You just made up a quote where you asked John Hein to back you up that he said he never heard.
You said it.
That's what you do.
No.
That's what you do.
First of all,
and I have no problem with you listening to my shit. I said I just thought it would be good if 5 heads did it. That's a compliment to you, Gary.
No,
That's a compliment to Ben. Well, don't make assumptions, because you don't know what's in my fucking head.
And you don't know what's in my fucking head. Why don't you shut up for a second?
There's nothing in your head. I know what's in there. Absolutely nothing.
Mayonnaise is in my head.
Except
Can I
for
talk?
ways you just deliberate this bullshit to piss people off.
First of all, if anyone's
and I don't care. I don't care about this process. I don't care.
No one cares what you care about or don't care about.
I did my job.
You
keep asking.
freak.
You keep asking me over and over again.
You're such a loser, dude.
Would you like to not be included in the next process? Would that
I would
make you
love
happy?
to be. I was proud to be part of it. That's not the issue.
Well, it seems like it's
dude. Mike Morse. I put through songs great from him. Joey Pajamas, Poland Joe, Stephen Smith. For the past 2.5 years, I listen to every Bowie song that comes emailed to me. I love them. I put them up. I'm proud of these contributions.
Right.
So what's the problem? All of a sudden now
have the problem.
I have
have the problem.
The problem is I have.
You have a fucking problem. Don't ask me what the fucking problem is when you have a problem.
The problem is I have
Tell me what the problem is.
I have a beef with one guy listening to the
because you don't respect him.
Wow. Then it got worse. Then they got into the name calling.
Oh, you mean they went on from there?
Oh, yeah.
You sit here and call me an air whore. Well, you are on the air. You put your whole life on the air. We find out. You tell us how your wife's cheating on your ass on the air. I mean, you're on the air every 10 seconds. Yeah, why not? You call me a fat fucking loser, so I'll go wherever I want to go with you.
But the thing
your
is
wife cheats on you.
So where
Nothing. I just want to throw that out
And
there.
your mother hates your guts because she's realized that the pile of shit that shot out of her uterus is completely useless.
I wonder how many blowjobs you gave on the back of that bus.
And that's why you're on so much medication, because your mother hates your guts. You realize that she realizes that you should have been an abortion. But instead you're a big blobby pile of fucking shit. You're like a fucking.
There's no pouch holding for Christine's man.
You're nothing more than a pile of chopped meat.
At least I'm banging
a pile
my
of
chick, and she's
useless.
not banging anyone else.
Chick. You said you preferred jerking off to fucking her.
So no one else is fucking but me.
You're a fucking closet homo. That's probably why.
Oh please,
Howard. In the next clip, which is important, this is the one that really made me feel really uncomfortable.
That's right.
It went
Let her
from
mow you
weren't
down.
uncomfortable with that.
No,
point?
but it went.
I'm uncomfortable now.
And Sal got so mad. You can hear he's off mic at the end of this. He looks at Jason and his face turns red like a thermometer. And he takes his headphones and he fucking hurls them and he goes "fuck you" and he runs out of the building.
Gary, where's all this animosity between these two coming
I
from?
don't know.
It's
I don't have it.
I
He's
love
the one to
Sal.
start. I do too, and I
no,
like this.
not anymore.
Oh, please.
You guys
I
both
do.
say you love each other.
I
and
do.
then-
I still don't have a beef with Jason. I really don't. I don't.
Well, I now officially have a beef with you because you can't treat me like an asshole on the air. I didn't treat you like an asshole. You treat me like an asshole on the air, and then we walk outside the studio and you go, I love you. I'm just kidding.
And you do the same thing.
You just sat
and I
here
said it right now
and
on the
said
air that
some
I
of the
still
meanest
love
shit
you.
about me without me saying a word about you. You just said
No, they
horrible
keep
shit
saying
about me.
because Gary made an assumption that it was
No,
you.
no, no. I'm
You
talking
who was
about me and
filtering.
you. I'm
Yeah,
talking about me
but
and
I'm
you.
telling you where they came. They came to me and they said,
No.
it's the issue with Jason. I said, it's not with Jason. I keep saying over and
Then
over
why
and
did you
over.
go on a diatribe about how I'm an uncreative, lazy asshole?
Right, and
Because you were jabbing me.
No, I wasn't.
Yes,
I didn't
you
say a damn
were.
word
Yes,
about
you were.
No,
They
I
just-
didn't.
Jason.
No, you know what, Sal?
They just kept
Fuck
going
off.
with it.
You're a lying, two-faced
All right,
piece of
fine.
shit who acts like my best friend out in the hall. and acts like an
Believe me,
asshole
I don't
here.
act like your best friend. I'm an acquaintance next to you, and I have
Oh,
to say hello.
okay.
I'm far from your best friend.
No
You
shit.
have no best friends. You have no friends, period. You're useless. I wish your mother would have aborted you. I'm sorry, Mrs. Kaplan. If I was the doctor, I would have taken those snips and crushed your fucking head and then high-fived your
I
mother.
don't know how many bushes Christina to get from her emotional friend. I can't go home pregnant. I can't.
And with that, we'll wrap up the wrap-up show where everyone respects one another. Gary, anything you'd like to plug?
Brutal kid. Yeah, I'd like to plug that. I don't want to be here right now.
Benji.
I just want to again say, if she did cheat, which we don't know if she did, I'm sure she used a condom. There was no abortion.
Sal, where can people catch your...
You can catch me at fucking Jason's house with a fucking machine gun.
You're kidding there.
And you
Come
can
on,
catch-
Sal. Any appearances? Seriously?
No.
You-
Chambersburg, the 25th.
Try to appear composed.
You
Jace?
can catch me online waiting to fuck Christine.
All right.
And Superfan Roundtable tonight.
Enough
at
of that
7 o'clock.
shit. I'm not fucking
Well,
kidding around.
keep doing it with my mom, you asshole.
Well, you're the one who keeps doing my wife.
Well,
Enough
keep
of that.
doing it. I'm not telling you
All
enough.
right. You want to keep doing it? I'll keep doing it.
Go ahead.
You're a fucking douchebag.
Fuck you, asshole.
And thank you for listening to the wrap-up show on Howard 100 and Howard 101. Easy, guys.
Howard, I want to point out the only reason why we ended it is we have no control over it. The next commercial comes in and we'd have kept going.
You know, it's good the commercial came.
Wow, because they would have killed each other.
Yeah.
So Sal ran out of the building. I got back to my desk and I was so worried about him. I heard he was out of his mind. So I called him and it turned out he'd come back up. And I went and sat down and talked to him for a while. He was like shaking. You know, it just
well, he starts it. First of all, if you listen to that tape, Jason said nothing about him. Nothing derogatory whatsoever.
See, Sal thinks that we all protect Jason and then we're against him.
No. Listen to the tape 100 times. And then Sal starts in with these horrible... He didn't say one negative thing about you.
Start it up again, my friend. It starts with him putting a jab against my wife. He made... Yes.
Listen again.
No,
Sal, you're crazy.
The first
Sal,
statement
you
was...
start talking about that he's a fat blob who doesn't have any creativity.
But, Howard, the first statement below the belt... Putting aside
below
work,
the belt.
he went to the wife.
Sal, wrong.
No creativity.
The first statement, you attacked what the guy does for a living, that he has no creativity, doesn't contribute, and you expect him then to suddenly just take your shit.
No.
Dude, you started a war. You got to accept it.
I'm fully accepting it. But
no,
the thing
you're
is,
not. You get very upset afterwards.
Before that, he said... my contributions were worthless. And by the way, there are a few of my contributions on that page. I'm not saying it yet. I'm waiting till when the winner's announced. And then when we were sticking on the topic about creativity, which I was fine with, he went below the belt and went to the wife. And then I retaliated.
Sal, listen to me. I'm going to finish this conversation.
The first comment below the belt,
Sal,
boss,
you started in attacking his contribution to the show, and you opened up a can of worms. You call him worthless. You call him shit. Then, you know what it is? Then anything flies after that.
That's fine, but I was staying on topic.
And then you said...
That's what I'm telling you.
And then you started in with his mother.
No, after he brought up the wife, I brought in the mother.
Okay, but
I stayed tit for tat with him.
You guys were discussing the process, and then you shit all over Jason. You did.
We were talking about the process.
But I'm not. I'm saying that's fine. You want to shit on Jason, though, but you got to expect the guy to come back.
And I respect him for doing what he did. I know he had to go where he had to go, but I didn't start. I'm not the one who veered off topic.
The whole thing.
I'm not the one who
did. You attacked him personally.
Okay.
When you were talking about something professionally.
He attacked me personally after we talked about something professionally.
No.
Yes, we were talking.
You said, here, I'll play it again.
No, you don't have to. Don't.
Here it is. Because the facts are the facts, Jack.
Who takes the first jab?
Here we go.
Who takes the first personal jab?
You. Here it is.
No, I don't.
John, you could back me up on some exact quotes we all heard from Sal in the office. I cannot believe that everything Richard and I approved didn't make it to the contest.
I never said that.
John, did you hear that?
I don't remember him saying that, but I believe you if you say it.
This is all fine. This is fine.
Lie number one.
He came in.
Jason, who would believe you? You're just you're a selfish air whore weasel.
That's it. Gloves
okay, that's
off.
truthful.
That's truthful. That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
You're calling him a selfish air whore weasel.
But I'm staying within the confines of the conversation.
Oh, no, you're not. You're off base.
I know.
You're attacking him personally.
In the confines of the conversation.
I know somebody who's suffering the wages right now of putting down somebody else not affiliated to the show.
But you did it.
So,
you did it, so that's it.
Think about it.
Stop complaining.
I'm not complaining at all.
You were.
You said that I
know
started
everything
it.
that goes on back
See,
in the
dude,
office.
you're saying I started it because you want to get under my skin, too.
No, you started it. That's
you
it.
don't think
I'm
that's
listening
the
to the
start
tape.
Right there?
Jason didn't start it. You started in with him. You called him a selfish air whore weasel. Up until then, the conversation was perfectly legitimate.
No, before
you were
that,
talking about a work consideration. You were talking about how the system is, whatever it is. That's fine. Then you ratcheted up a notch to call him personal attack names, and you stepped over the line.
I accept that. How would you feel if I quoted you with a lie? Would you be angry? He quoted me with a lie that John Hines said he didn't hear.
All I know
is
he said something that he heard. You could have said to him, that's not truthful. I never said it. But then you said you're a selfish air whore weasel.
Because he lied. He lied about what I said. It wasn't true, so therefore I was angry.
He lied, but you don't have to sit there and call him on a personal attack. You're personally attacking the guy.
I know I'm personally attacking, and like I said, I understand where he went, but I'm saying I didn't go to a personal area.
Sal reportedly cried after Jason yelled at him, and that's a fact.
Really?
That someone wrote it right
I did
here.
it. Jason got the best of me, and I applaud him for it. He definitely shook my foundation. So, but the thing is that, again, I was trying to stay within the vicinity of the conversation. The first attack to me that I took personal was a lie. That couldn't be backed up by John
You bring
Hines.
this on yourself,
and that's fine.
Starting with personal attacks.
Yeah, but the first words out of your mouth is, I know you're going to go for me. I know it, and that's always the case. I'm always the whipping boy.
No.
You're always going to go there with me.
Sal,
you always have to accentuate anything involved with me to make sure that I'm on the ground and you're fucking stomping on me with your boots.
I heard the tapes for the first time just now.
Could
After
it be
hearing
that
them,
he's trying to point out to you how you get yourself into these things?
I'm trying to tell you something.
I'm
about
not trying to
your
get myself
personality.
out. I'm just saying that no matter
Sal,
I think you're biased.
This isn't a question of bias. The first attack came from you on those tapes.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. You see it one way, I see it another.
There's nothing
that's
to
fine.
see. Either you attack or you don't attack first.
Are you saying there was
Whoever
something
shot the gun
before
first.
this?
You
What's
shot.
that?
You took the first shot.
Well, no, there was. Robin brings. Well, this is a continuing conversation that we've had for 2 days as well.
Okay.
And with
all I know is on that hour you took the first shot. You went somewhere where you shouldn't have gone.
No, I had no problem.
And it's fine that you. All right, but then don't cry afterwards.
I'm not crying. I'm telling you that you said I started it.
You did.
I didn't start it on a personal level.
Yes,
I might have
started it. I'll play it again.
No,
Now
don't
listen
play
to
it again.
Why? Why don't you want to hear this? Listen.
There's no need. This is precious time.
Precious.
Robin's got to get to the news.
And I approved. Didn't make it to the contest.
I never said that.
John, did you hear that?
I don't remember him saying that, but I believe you if you say it.
Who would believe
and
you?
when he came in,
Jason, who would believe you? You're just a fucking, you're a selfish air whore weasel who will say anything for attention.
First shot. You.
What?
Can I add one thing to this in support of Sal? There does appear to be an anti-Sal bias here, and it actually started from Mr. Hine right across the room.
Wow, how so?
By saying, well, I didn't hear that, Jason, but if you said it, I have to believe you, which would lend one to believe that Sal is a liar. Did you indeed intend to make that assumption?
No, I was making a joke about Sal, but I was saying to Jason, I don't remember hearing that comment from
If anything, he's defending Sal and saying, I never heard that comment.
No, but to add the thing, but if you said it, I believe you.
Yeah, I would take that. I would say Fred's right. I would say
shot against Sal.
I would
so
say
attack John Hine. Why are you attacking Jason?
What I'm saying,
because Jason doesn't drive me
he's
home.
got this whole room of people, and he's feeling attacked.
All right, let's
and I'm not
move
saying
on.
Sal was right.
All right,
I don't think John did anything particularly wrong, but I agree with Fred in the sense that I would take that as John is definitely on Jason's
Well, that's a
side.
John thing, but Sal and Jason got into a thing.
But Gary and John are the hosts of the show.
Well, then Sal should have said, John, you're not taking my side. You're not being impartial. All right, listen, who gives a shit?
Well, the thing is this.
Thank you.
What is this, a court of
Microphone
law?
off.
All right, John.
All right, here we go.
Sal, why do you feel as if Howard's being biased?
I don't know. Apparently, there's some sort of misunderstanding. I thought, like I said, I was staying on topic with what we were discussing. What I was trying to say, who was the first person that went outside? That's what was my point. Who was the first person that went outside of, like, the relationships? Like, Jason first went to my wife, and therefore I went to his mother. That's when, to me personally, things got heated. When it went outside of the confines of the guys on the show.
So it wouldn't have gotten as heated if he didn't take that stab?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But you seem really annoyed that he kind of had the upper hand in the contest, picking out people.
This is an old story. It really is. I mean, what you're doing here is you're just letting this snow. You're starting from square one.
I'm not. I'm just following up.
There's no problem with that. No problem.
All right. So, have things been awkward since then?
No, not at all.
Have you spoken?
Again, yeah, I've spoken to Jason. Again, we mixed it up. It got ugly, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with Jason.
All right, cool.
And Jason's okay with me. People argue and it gets out of control, but I have no problem with it.
So, Jason, how are things between you and Sal now? Have you spoken at all since?
Well, I heard, we spoke and we've made up. But listen, I really like Sal. I was just pissed that he continues to attack me, and this isn't the first time, you know, I get the fat loser rap from him. It's fine, I'm fat, I'm not a loser, I don't think, but I'm fat. And finally, I was just sick of taking it because he was pissing me the fuck off. But I know I hit very below the belt, as did he, but I know it hit him hard, and I heard he was crying and ran out of the building. And like I said, end of the day, I really like Sal a lot. So I apologized to him, he apologized to me, we hugged it out, everything's fine.
And you regret saying what you said?
All right, what do we got? In retrospect, no, I mean, because at the time, that you know, what the fuck? I wasn't gonna sit there and just have him just throw shit on me and just take it. So I regret that it got to that point, but I don't regret saying what I said, because when you're in the dog pile fighting, man, you fucking bite at anything in front of you.
But you guys are friends.
As far as I know, you'll have to check with Sal. I like Sal.
No, he told me before. Yeah, he's cool with you.
So we're cool, but I'm not gonna deal with him. You know, acting all cool to me off the air, and then if he's gonna go back on, and that I won't put up with.
Wait, can we get an on-camera hug? I just want to make sure you guys are cool.
This is the closest Sal's ever gotten to a Jew before. All right,
there we go.
Without another being around. Look, we both have women issues. My mother, his wife, it's the thing. We both have sport issues. Yeah, we have lots of issues.
All right, it's good to hear.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
Breaking news coming into Howard 100 News on our tip line. Sal the stockbroker's performance in Motown reportedly out of control. Talk of alleged racial slurs and insults against Beth. Is it funny? We're on the story.
He's insulting Beth again?
Reports we're getting.
What are you doing?
I'm not insulting Beth again.
Dude, she's just not going to be around you at all.
I'm not insulting Beth again at all. And as a matter of fact, the only time I do a joke about how I want to blow you.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah. That's a joke?
Yeah, what were you telling me, Artie? There was some joke he did.
No, Shuli said.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Shuli should come in here.
No, so the only thing I do is once in a while, I do the same joke from the roast. Because like when I go, Beth, you're in an apartment with Beth, I wish I was there. So once in a while, because of the roast, which is on Howard TV, sometimes you hear like the horse, they come out doing it, and I do it back. So that's
do whatever you want, man.
No, but wait a minute. I only do that because that's on TV right now. I mean, that's just a joke that's out there. I'm not insulting Beth, you know. It's just
it doesn't say the words, Ralph. Ralph, Sal, you've started a thing where people are making horse noises.
Yeah, but that's on Howard On Demand. The horse neigh and everything's on there. I don't really mean it.
So you began a bit.
When Artie says fire, like everybody knows Artie says fire. Everybody knows Artie just crazy.
That doesn't insult anybody.
Howard, you're scaring me with your eyes. Don't do that.
Do whatever
to me.
you want, Sal.
No.
That's your relationship with her.
Stop it. No more Beth
your
jokes.
Fucking ass.
No more Beth
jokes. She doesn't know from that.
God forbid she's out with some fans somewhere and they start doing that to her. That's your fault.
If I was roasting you, though, would I say some of the faults of your wife physically?
No, but in relation to the show, you know what I mean? You're right. You got a good point. You got a good point. No, and I'm with you.
I could bite my lip about a few things.
Don't get me wrong.
All right.
I'm just saying
you want to go there, you got to be prepared. If it offends Beth, understand. Just be prepared.
If it offends Beth.
I won't do it anymore. You see, no, I don't. Look, when you're doing a bar with 300 drunks in St. Louis and love the Howard Stern show,
Beth can explain to you that you already did it, and of course it's not insulting her because you already put it on TV. What?
Because the guys are telling me.
What?
Sal actually starts the horse reference. He tells a joke.
Yeah, right.
And then he wins.
I talk about how I wish I was sucking Howard's dick. Beth's there. And every time that happens, people...
and then you go...
People... Yeah, right. I said it. I do the horse name, but it's on demand. But if you don't want me to do it anymore, I won't do it. If it's going to still... I mean...
but it's okay. You already did it.
All right, so I won't... If it offends Beth...
Okay. I didn't say it offends Beth.
But I don't want to hurt her. You know, these are jokes. You know, I make fun of... I mean, we all make fun of each other.
Yeah.
And it's a Howard Stern-based thing, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't see your wife in a bathing suit.
I don't die so easy.
Didn't see her, did I?
No.
How come?
Why?
Yeah.
Play Photograph song. You'll find out. I mean,
okay, all right. Get the fuck out of here.
It's my pain, too.
Asshole.
But I won't do it anymore, you know.
Do whatever you want.
No.
You're going to have to take it up with her, not me.
No, that's even worse. All right.
I heard from several people, your act, as it were, was getting a little bit like dark, like not funny.
I'm cleaning that up because I get too drunk and I start.
Is it not funny, Julie? I'm hearing it's just like.
First of all, Sal's funny on stage. Don't get me wrong. He can definitely do stand-up comedy for a living, but he's caught between sometimes this persona that he's kind of created with some of the stuff he said.
It's his personality.
I know that. I don't think Sal's realized that yet, but he came up to me backstage. This was actually pretty funny. He came up to me. He says, "I'm working on this joke, and I want you to help me out with this." He says, "You know, it's a joke about racial profiling." He says, "And I don't believe in racial profiling because to me, whether you're Iraqi, Irani, you're still a sand nigger." That's the joke. So I said, Sal, why don't you take, instead of sand nigger, why don't you throw terrorist at the end of it? It's not, I mean, look, whatever. It's not sand nigger. That's the point. Like,
well, that's the joke because racial profiling, and then you're punching it with a
but what I was trying to say
is the most racist term.
But it's not funny.
That punchline is not a joke.
It's not funny. It's funny if it's funny. I'll laugh at
my
it.
lady
Right.
friend.
So I'm trying to help you in a way where you can write mainstream material to do everywhere, not just in front of Stern fans. And he goes up there and he looks at me. He goes, "You know what? Great advice. Thanks. You're the best. I'll do it." And he goes up there and does sand nigger. Not only that, but added piss smelling into it. So I mean. But he was loaded. I will give him this.
Well,
when he's loaded,
you know what?
He
Anybody who bombs our
decisions.
buildings are piss-smelling sand niggas. And that's it. I don't care. I'm not even drunk. You bomb my fucking buildings. You take down our firemen and everything else and our heroes. You're a piss-smelling sand nigger. I don't give a shit. But there's the difference. That's what you are. And if you look at nigger in the dictionary, it doesn't mean a black person in particular. It means a low-life scum piece of shit.
Whatever your political views are, I have no problem. You do whatever you want. That's your life.
No,
but if you're going to get up on stage,
soapbox.
if you're going to get up on stage and you're telling people you're going to be funny, you got to be funny.
I'm not saying I'm going to be funny.
If you want to use the word sand nigger, fine. I got no problem. Just be
tell
funny
people
with it.
they're coming to a lecture, not a comedy show.
And also, the point of your joke, Sal, is the complete opposite of what you just said. The point your joke is racial profile. Your joke is like, I don't care what you are. To me, you're all sand niggers.
Right. And then you're saying they smell like piss. Meanwhile, the only guy in the room that smells like piss is you, because you've actually been pissed on.
That's true too. Well,
I heard you say the N-word 30 times.
Oh, that's complete.
It's true.
That might be a little exaggerated.
I just said it 15 here.
You know.
What's it? But is it funny?
I'm cleaning
when
it
he
up.
does it?
I'm cleaning it up.
He has a great joke about doing black. You should do the joke about black people who don't listen to Sirius. That's actually a funny joke.
I don't want. No, it's a great joke. I mean, you know,
it's fun. Some of the look.
I was in whatever. It doesn't matter. I just try to do what I do. I mean, it's fun. Lisa Lampanelli said "spick" 7 times last week. Are you breaking her fucking job?
Because Lisa Lampanelli does it in a way that's funny.
Oh, Howard, you know I do it in a funny way.
I don't know. I never heard. Let me hear you use the M-word in a funny way.
I don't know. I just did. Spit-smelling sand niggers. I don't know.
It wasn't funny to me.
All right, it wasn't funny. I don't know.
I think that's a funny joke, Artie, honestly. Is that a joke,
I don't think it's a funny joke.
It's not an
and it
observation.
wasn't.
It's not witty. There's not a twist on anything.
It was just a little rant, but that's not what I live and die by. You know what I'm saying?
Well, give me a funny time you used the N-word.
All right, we were in Detroit.
Go ahead.
Detroit's loaded with black people.
Okay.
So I get on stage. I go, "It's great to be here in beautiful Detroit, where even the snow is black." I knew you guys were going to fucking...
Well, where's the N-word?
You don't need it. That's the brilliance of it. You don't need to say it.
You should say, no, the funny joke would be where even the snow looks like a nigger.
No.
Say, Artie's funny.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to clean everything up. Sorry to bed.
Where's the N-word? Where's the N-word?
I don't have one. I don't have it. I don't know. When I get drunk, Harry, sometimes I just throw it around. Like with.
So then you're just yelling it out? There's no joke?
Yeah, if I see a black person in the audience, I call him a nigger. I mean, I don't. I'm always kidding.
If you're doing
I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Sal admitted to me once that when he plays these more rural areas, that sometimes if things aren't going well, when he goes to that word, it seems to get the audience going.
No, I never said it that way at all.
It's like give it up for our troops overseas.
Right. Or if you're in Philadelphia, you go, "Hello, Philadelphia."
Oh, it's like a Barrett thing when he does the whole Jew thing, right?
You can go, "Where's your dick?"
Well, that's where you can get away with it. See, that's the brilliance of Barat. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to be quote unquote a character and do this material. Okay,
No, he's funny and
I know
he's
he is.
making a statement about other people.
So I'm making a statement too.
But where's the statement? Give me the N-word in a joke.
I just did. I go, I'm not into racial profiling, whether you're Iraqi,
No,
Pakistani, Indian, you're a piss-smelling sand nigger. I mean,
where's the joke?
I don't know. To me, it's funny.
All right, get out.
Where's the message?
Get out of here. And by the way, I'm going to start doing material about your wife.
I told
It's all fair. You got to let me do
wait a
my
minute.
thing,
See,
man.
Sal, you said, dude, to be honest, what Gary said and what the guys are saying, if you're actually starting the Nay thing, that's really fucked up. You said they yell it back.
Well,
they yell
no,
it to you
sometimes
first.
they do, but it's on the roast.
I got to come to my woman's defense, so
Okay,
I'll be talking about Mrs. Sal Governelli, what I observe
so
about
any
her
jokes about
physically.
Beth, I stop. I mean,
you don't have to stop it, but just know I'm coming at you.
All right,
It's still
good,
fucked
good.
up. I don't want to see you guys talking about each other's wives.
No,
That's
I
fucked
don't
up.
either. I think it's fucked up.
I don't see why poor
It's just the
Christine
wages of
has
being
to
on the
suffer
show.
because
Right.
she's already suffering.
Me too. I don't
She's
want to.
married.
Well, I'll end it. If you want to keep going, that's fine, Howard. That's
You
fine.
don't
by
have
me.
to end anything to me. I saw you sucking Beth's asshole the whole weekend, telling her how no, you didn't mean anything and you're never doing it again, and you're a fucking bullshit artist. You lie to her. You should sit her down and say, "Listen, fucknut, I'm gonna be fucking goofing on you everywhere I go. Why don't you be man enough to say to her, that's the way it's gonna be, darling.
No.
So get ready for a beating. Why won't you say it? Because you're a pussy. No. And fucking pussies don't fucking tell the truth. You're a fucking liar.
I'm not a liar, Howard.
You are. You lied to her face. You're sitting there telling her to her face, I'm sorry,
I was.
Beth.
Well, she was offended
I don't-"
personally.
Yeah, so then you went ahead and did it again.
But on stage
So tell
sometimes
her- so
it's
why don't you
something-
get some fucking balls on you fucking pussy, and say to her, listen, cunt, I'm gonna fucking be goofing on you when I go out, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
No.
Then I'd have some respect for you.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, then you're a pussy.
No, he's a pussy.
You're
He's
just a
gonna
lying
bitch.
weasel.
It's a joke on demand
You're a
every
fucking
day.
weasel.
All right, fine. It's a joke that's on demand
That's
every
right.
day.
That's right. So keep doing it.
Sal, it's a joke that clearly Beth didn't like. So just because it aired once and you're comfortable with it repeating, why would you do it when she's clearly not comfortable with it?
It's something just in relation to the show. But
Because
I
he's a
get
fucking
it.
pussy.
You're comfortable with it.
But I'm not anymore. I said I wouldn't do it.
When you fuck with people, it's all about your comfort level, not theirs.
All right,
you're
well,
comfortable
apparently now I get the picture. So I'm sorry to Beth. I'm sorry for those
Don't
jokes.
be
Sal,
sorry.
if you're honest
Tell the
about that, when
truth.
people yell it out, just ignore it. It'll
No,
go
I said I
away.
won't
Just,
do it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
All
just
right.
No,
ignore
I
it.
don't care. Listen, you want to goof on my girlfriend, it's cool. You got to be upfront about it, though. When I overheard the conversation you had with her, and you were sitting and telling her how you're not doing it anymore, and this and that and the other thing. And she was a good sport. She never said to you, don't do it.
Right.
She never said, I'm hurt. She didn't say anything.
Right.
She didn't say a word about it. I'm just telling you, you want to start talking about the wives and girlfriends, I'll start talking about some of the physical attributes of Mrs. Sal Governelli that I observed.
What's fair is fair.
I'm
You're
going to
right.
do some
but
observational humor. And trust me, pal, I'm good at it.
I know.
I
I
fucking
learned
observe
it.
everything.
I know.
I could pick out any fucking fault and do it 90 different ways. So, but I'll be man enough to say to your wife to her face, sorry, honey, that's going to be the way it is. You got to be a man when you do it. Okay. That's it. Be a man. Don't fucking lie to her. I can't stand liars. Liars are hypocrites. Be a man and call her and say, listen, you're part of my act now. You should know where it's at.
As weird as this cult is,
So
I
you'll be
admit
comfortable.
seeing them kill that false
'Cause we're
god
worried
for me
about
was
your
kind of
comfort level.
flattering. I'm a bad person.
You missed the point. You're getting pissed about my girlfriend. I don't care what you say about her. You've got free speech. You say whatever you want. But just be ready for it back, number one. And number two, don't be a liar to her face. Just be honest with her. Tell her, here's what you need to prepare for. Because Sal, the comedian, is going to be bombing you.
But I'm not.
That's what you got to do.
Well,
you got to do it.
All right.
Be a man.
Sal, make a pact, but really adhere to it. That's the advice you need here.
That's
Don't
it.
Really adhere to it. Don't do it.
Don't be a pussy and tell everyone you're not doing it and then sneak it in.
Well, I don't say don't do it, okay? And I said it's definitely a joke that's out there, and I do
Well,
do
do
it.
it. Then
But I
be
don't-
a man when
but-
you face her.
What this is
But I
creating
didn't
now,
think it was
everybody who goes to see Sal will make the noise.
No,
now.
but you know what? What I thought was the reason why I don't think it was hurtful because it's already out there. It's like it's a recurring
She
joke.
has nothing to do with it. She hasn't said a word to me. But she doesn't know what you're doing. She doesn't pay attention to you.
Sal, when something's horrible, the worst torture is if it lingers. I mean, you're forcing it to linger.
It's lingering on TV, on demand every day.
Well,
I mean, it's just a
look. That's something that's not in your control. That's not in your control.
You
So
said
move
it,
on.
and we air the roast. I'm not going to censor the material.
Okay,
in there.
that's fair. It's
The
fair.
fact of the matter is, though, but I heard you have a conversation with her where you told her you're not doing that kind of shit about her anymore.
Well, I didn't say that.
And you're a fucking liar. That's all
I
I'm
never
saying.
said to her, I'm
the
not.
only problem I got with you is you're a liar.
But Howard, don't call me a liar. I never
You're
said
a liar.
to.
I heard the conversation firsthand.
I never
You
said.
came up and you were being all sweet
Yeah,
about
because
it. Oh,
she
Beth,
was
I'm
hurt.
sorry I didn't mean. Yeah, and so then you went out this weekend and did it again. So if you're doing it, why don't you call her and tell her the truth?
You coward.
I'm not a coward.
You're a fucking coward.
All right, so I just won't do it anymore.
You're a coward.
Okay.
Just say, Howard, I'm a coward.
Howard, I'm a coward.
Good, because that's what you are.
All right.
You're not a man. You're a little boy who doesn't take responsibility for what he does.
Okay.
You're a pussy.
All right.
That's all.
Thank you.
Now go back to the room, put on a fucking dress, and lick your own clit. What's the matter with you?
Sal.
What?
Are you like a pussy and all the things that Howard's accusing you of being?
Whatever Howard says is fine.
No, but honestly, like in your opinion, because you sort of lost track of defending yourself because you were sort of, taking all these insults in. But was it, are you really instigating these Beth jokes and are you being sort of two-faced and a pussy like Howard's accusing you of being?
No, I don't. I mean, whatever. It's comedy. You get drunk. You have fun. You play off of the things that happen on the show.
So where do I begin? As brilliant as that call is, I have to yell at Sal today.
Why?
Oh my God, he's such a turd.
What happened?
He's such a douchebag. It's unbelievable. And I love Sal, but boy, oh boy, it's just every step of the way. Every time I try to love him, I can't. So, Beth and I had that fight. And,
Did
Sal
he do something?
Sal put in his 2 cents here.
Well, wait.
Oh,
Let me tell you the whole thing. You'll love this.
Are you kidding? He got involved?
So Beth and I had to fight. Beth didn't hear the radio show yesterday. So anyway.
Like, you can't wait. What did he
So
do?
I was out all day. I had stuff to do, and I didn't get home till about 5:30.
Right.
Because we had a screening of Star Trek, which I'll talk about later in the show. And, I don't want to get sidetracked with what I thought of the movie.
Right.
Suffice to say, there's a 5-star review in the paper today, and I don't even think that's enough stars. And
I know. They ran out of stars.
It's like the greatest movie I ever saw.
It's the greatest sci-fi movie for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
It is so good.
Oh, I'm glad, because JJ's a good guy.
If I could have last night strangled Sal, I would have, but he was nowhere near me. I just went. He's such a fucking shit.
Sal couldn't enjoy the Star Trek review.
He's such a fucking shithead. It's just like he's an incredible shithead. He's dumb and he's a shithead, but he makes those great phony phone calls.
Every time you think he's finally righted himself and sort of figured out things, he shows you that he really hasn't.
Well, what is one of the qualities you need? First of all, to make those phony phone calls, you need to be funny. Sal's funny. But you also need to be a little off, man, because you gotta be a pain in the ass jackass.
But he knew even like Auschwitz teeth would be funny. Like,
he's a funny guy.
There's some intelligence behind those
He knows
calls.
something.
Yeah,
I understand.
Anyway, so I had a long day, and it was kind of weird because Beth and I really did have our first fight, and it was so weird as the day went on. Like Beth, had written me a note, and then after the show, I wrote her back a note saying, I said, this is just, she had apologized to me. She said, I'm never going to ever let my limited knowledge of computers ever get in the way of our relationship. She goes, I just got frustrated and I'm writing this book and I just got frustrated. So me, like during the show, it was like, I want to tell her what she did wrong and blah, 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 and rub it in. And afterwards, I just wrote her and I said, I feel awful too. I had a terrible night. I couldn't sleep and I didn't tell her I jerked off. But, and I said I couldn't sleep. And I feel really sad that, we had our first fight. And so, and then during the day, we were writing each other's other notes. She goes, I'm not going to go to Star Trek. I have some stuff to do. She wants some fun. Look at this lamp she wanted to buy for the apartment. And I said, okay, she goes, unless you want a divorce. And I said, no.
God.
We were having jokes and everything was back to normal and everything was fine. And then I came home and I saw her. And
isn't it great in a relationship when, unless you want a divorce, it's still a joke?
Right. Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah. So, and then we kissed hello and all that stuff. And I wrote JJ a note about Star Trek as soon as I got home. And then Beth and I grabbed some dinner. So we're at dinner, and it's really lovey-dovey. It's like, oh, it was so silly. I said, all I wanted to do, honey, is help you. And I said, I look at disappointment in your eyes. And she says, enough already. We don't have to talk about this, blah, 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 blah. So we're sitting at dinner, and she has her phone there because she's waiting for, this is again with the book, she had a message she was waiting for in her text message. Well, all of a sudden she goes, oh, I just got an email from Sal.
Oh, no.
I go, what? So all of a sudden he goes, so here's his email. I said,
like in the evening, it pops into her.
While we're eating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is late in the day.
Everything's been great.
Everything's great. We decided not to talk about the fight. Everything is calm now. It's like it's over.
How could he
She hadn't
be
heard.
this dumb?
She hadn't heard anything on the radio. Nothing tipped her off. It was fine. Everything was just great, and we were sitting there and having, talking about our day and talking about things that we needed to talk about. So then Sal's email comes in, and she goes, "Oh, did you discuss this on the air?" I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Beth, sorry to hear about the save option." He's talking about. Remember,
yeah, right.
Yeah, the whole argument was about that. I went to save her document, the Microsoft Word document.
Yeah.
I hit save, and then it didn't save.
Right.
And she blamed me. Beth, sorry to hear about the save option. One time I was editing a movie for my son's birthday, and the same thing happened to me. I'll give you some advice that has worked well. Put a Post-it note that says click save and stick it on the corner of your monitor as soon as you sit down for your projects. Not only will it help others, but it serves as a great reminder to yourself to click it for your work too. Good luck, Sal. So now my fucking head is steaming hot because I go, first of all, she goes, what did you say about this on the radio?
So in other words, in her mind, one of two things has happened. You've either talked about it on the radio or discussed it privately with Sal.
No.
The latter's not
It was
an
obvious.
option.
Yeah, she knows the latter's not an option. And then I'm sitting there going, she starts to get angry because, and I start to get angry because she didn't hit the save. Forget her hitting the save. I hit the save. So he's basically saying I did something wrong. I forgot to hit the save button. Now I said to her, isn't this fucking ridiculous? This fucking moron
Who knows nothing
about what happened, didn't even listen to what I said on the radio properly. I hit save 900 times. The save didn't work. The save function didn't work. Now Beth's getting heated up. Oh, no. I'm getting heated up. I go, that fucking jackass doesn't even listen to what the fucking argument's about. He's basically saying I didn't hit save.
Right. Nobody hit save.
Yeah. Why? Can you leave my wife alone? Can you leave my life alone? Can you just stay out of it, you f***ing idiot?
No
and then
one
you brought
else.
It up.
No one else did this.
Why do you have to write her?
Not one person.
And I didn't tell her I discussed it on the air. I didn't want to get into it.
I was just trying to be nice. That's all.
Yeah, but Sal, I told you we hit save. That wasn't the problem. You can send a Post-it note to your.
Well, Howard, if you click, hold on, Robin. I'm sorry.
Sal, both my wife and I watched each other hit save. It was because it was embedded in a Lotus Note that it didn't save.
Okay,
but retard. Here's what we were talking about now, all over again because of your email.
But it was with good intentions.
If you want to do good intentions, give me.
Okay, I'll give you the advice. But you don't talk to me. She does.
And then write me a note, because I'll just take it and delete it.
Wait a minute. Howard, you're missing something.
You won't save it?
No.
You're missing something completely. Sal's life is a wreck.
Right.
He doesn't have time to deal with anyone else's life.
Well, then Beth got heat up. She goes, not to say anything, but isn't it great how Sal wants to help me out after he was the guy in some comedy club fucking calling me names and calling me an asshole?
It's called moving on, and we're getting along great. And she's been great to me as well. She's
do me
been
a favor.
contributing a lot of work.
Don't help her. Please.
All right.
It's just amazing out of all the people in the world who you want to help, you want to help her.
I want to help both of you.
Do me a favor. I got it under control. That was the point. Your message was retarded because in light of what we said, it wasn't that we forgot to hit save.
Right.
Save wouldn't work when it was embedded in a Lotus Note.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I hadn't either. That's why I thought I saved it.
Right.
But the whole point was I came into the room and hit save like 20 times before I closed it.
But you have to admit...
Stop! Don't write my wife.
I'm not.
Stop it.
I'm telling you something else. You have to admit that.
Yeah, but your note is exactly what I'm talking about. It misses the fucking argument. We hit save. It wasn't a question of hitting save. We hit save 50 times.
I got it.
It wouldn't save. I know you've never heard of it because you're a fucking genius. You fucking cocksucker. Stay out of it.
But why are you involved in their lives anyway? No one else here thought to write them a note.
No one else here cared enough.
Business.
All I know is
it's none of your business.
First of all,
no one else here cared.
Doug Hurwitz wrote a note. John Hein wrote a note. Guess who they sent it to? Shithead. Guess who?
You.
Right. Not Beth. They send it to me.
Well,
that's who you're dealing with. That's
and what
who
I did
you
was,
deal with.
They don't care about Beth.
I deleted the message because, we didn't want to go back and find the document. She had redone all the work.
Well, I won't write her anymore.
All right,
and I'm sorry.
Thanks. You know what? Guess what? Guess who doesn't write your wife? Guess who? Guess who am I thinking of that doesn't write your wife? Right. You know why?
Why?
It's none of my fucking business. Stay out of my business. I don't want you in my life.
Okay, I'm not
I'll
really
work
in
with
your
you,
life.
but I don't want you in my life.
I just did
I'm sitting at dinner. I got the whole thing done, and then your email comes in.
Hey, you got to admit, though, it's your show. You did bring it up. 20 million people.
I brought it up, and you didn't even listen. That's what's even more insulting.
Because I'm busy doing
It wasn't
things in
about
between.
hitting the save button, shit
Well,
stain.
that's what originally caused
but
the
Sal,
whole argument.
Sal.
I know, I get it completely, and I won't
you're
write
so
it.
brilliant. You put a post-it on your computer. You're such a genius.
I'm not
She
saying-
hit save 50 fucking times, and so did I.
Well.
Wasn't a problem with that.
You
We
know-
don't forget to hit save. We hit save.
You know what reminds people to save stuff? The word save.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I said. Put the word save.
Yeah, but the word
Sal,
save is on the computer.
we did, but Sal, the issue wasn't whether we forgot to hit save. We hit save. We hit it 50 times. We were so paranoid about closing the document.
I'm with you,
And guess
pal.
what? I'm
And I
eating
felt
dinner.
bad.
I'm past it, and your email comes zooming in, man.
And it was just a nice gesture.
Yeah, and you want to know
It
something? It
wasn't
wasn't.
mean.
Number one, send it to me.
I
Don't
will.
write my wife. You don't have a relationship with my wife. My wife thinks you're
Well,
insane. She wouldn't be around you unless I give her permission
That's
to,
true.
because she says to me, tell me, is it okay to go near Sal? Is he fucking insane? I go, he is fucking insane, but you can do this.
Thank you.
I know about this, and there'll be plenty of people around. You're like a caged fucking monkey
Well, I wouldn't go
who
that
I would
far.
keep in the cage and throw some peanuts to. Stay out of it, man.
All right, man. I just
Stop
felt bad.
writing.
You had to, you know.
If you would
You
listen to
didn't
what I
feel
said,
bad.
it had nothing to. Your advice had nothing to do with what we were arguing about.
You're
on
just
what
trying to
happened.
insinuate yourself in his life. That's exactly what you're trying
Would
to do.
you do me a
You
favor?
don't give a fuck.
Would you go
This
over
is
to-
coming from somebody who took advantage of an $800 bottle of wine. What advice have you given them to save their fucking marriage?
Oh,
to take
why
that
would
bottle
you
and bash it
know
over
about-
your head.
Why would you know about saving a marriage, you asshole?
Their
Why
marriage
would
is
you
in
know?
trouble, Sal.
Sal.
What would you know
Believe
about
me, it's
that?
the first sign.
No,
It's the
Sal,
first
they're not in
sign of
trouble.
many.
Sal, put a post-it.
Oh, my
Sal, put a
God.
post-it note on your computer
These
that
people
says
are
the word
weird.
asshole.
They only seem to hurt
And that'll
themselves
remind
and
you
that's
every time that you think you're not an asshole, that you're an
Sal,
asshole.
Sal, if
I'm
you
going to send that to your
That's
wife.
great.
Sal, if you had called me last night and told me you sent that email, I would have said, okay, this is what you have to do right now. You have to send Benji an email begging him to be late tomorrow.
Right.
But anyway, no, Sal, seriously.
Of
Can you-
course,
can you not
absolutely.
Send, no, please just don't send her any email.
Not one.
If you want her to do show in the
through you.
hallway,
Goes through
send
you.
it to me,
Everything through you.
or have Doug Goodstein do it, okay?
Okay, not a problem.
No,
All right.
I didn't.
Show in the hall.
Write a post-it note on your computer that says, save my marriage.
You must take him to the soaring dragon in the southern
I mean, this thing comes
He's
in.
going to help you out.
Oh, my God. It was like,
What
and then-
guy?
And then I go to Beth, I go, that fucking jackass is writing you a note how you should put a post-it that says save. And I said, and I saved it. She goes, I know you did. I saw you do it. I said, and now he's giving you advice that has nothing to do with even what I said. It was crazy. I was going berserk. I said, I got Sal.
What human being doesn't know the line between, this is a show, and that's a real marriage?
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
and
well,
you
I
don't
know,
mess
yeah.
with it.
It's a very creepy metrosexual thing to do. Like, what guy writes a note to a woman saying,
not a metro.
It's Sal.
It's a Sal.
It's Sal
thing.
trying. It's Sal trying to get
be
in.
I don't want to
part of
insult
everything.
metrosexuals, Robin. You're right.
Sal
But-
still wants to get tight with Beth, and he
I
somehow
know, that's
thinks
what I'm saying. It's
gonna
just- it's
lead.
crazy.
It's going to lead to him
How it-
hanging out with us in the apartment
Right.
watching TV
She's
with
got to
everybody.
change her email. That's
Yeah.
and he can't have it. That's the only way he's never going to send her email.
No,
again.
if he sends her another email, I'm getting rid of him.
All right. Well,
That's
Sal,
it.
remember that, man.
If Benji's late, I'm throwing him out of the studio, and Sal's off the show. I mean, it's insane. He's so annoying, and he's so helpful.
And this is late in the evening, so he's been thinking about this
Yeah.
all day, how to get himself involved.
No. A helpful tip would be to write a save note.
Hello, Beth.
Hi, Beth. One of my ideas is, gee, there's
Here's
an
what
original
I
thought.
do.
Hey, Beth, guess who?
It's Sal.
It's Mr. Fix-It.
You know what? I mean, in some weird way, Sal wants to be the emotional friend to Beth. That is what,
Absolutely.
I know you're fighting, but let me be the common sense.
I'm the shoulder, the strong shoulder for you to cry
Here's a
on.
strong shoulder for you, Sal, and I'm going to take it because my fist is attached to it. I'm going to put it down your throat.
Beth, here's another reminder. Put up a post-it that says, save my marriage.
Right.
Because it's in trouble.
He's going to help you out. He can't help himself.
Yeah.
He's going to help you.
So you're just trying to be a nice guy and help out?
It was just a simple piece of advice. It was so simple. They got into an argument. It was over a save option or whatever. I said, hey, because I've been through that. And I said, you know what? You put save there. When you're working on a project, you put save. And that's it. And that turns into it's my fault. Well,
Now,
guess-
why
you know-
can't Howard see that you were just trying to be nice?
Because Howard's a miserable guy, and he's, you know, he has to find his whipping boy for the day to take all his anger and aggression out on, and it's me. It's the night.
What's going on?
Dude.
What?
Sal just walks into my office.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I never know when he's pulling my chain, you know, but he's being totally serious, and he goes,
I'm pulling this chain.
I don't think you're pulling my chain. I think you figured out when I brought you in here to reel it back in. He goes, I have a theory. I said, what's your theory? He goes, I think subconsciously Howard wants me to do something wacky at the wedding.
Oh, my God.
Sal, I'm taking the invitation away. You fucking moron.
No, hold on.
Even Beth said she was listening yesterday when you walked in, and instead of saying, hey, I'm really excited to be coming to the wedding, and I'm really glad, you know, Beth saw a way to invite me, you go, what is your comment? Your comment was...
She finally came to
say, she heard that, she goes, I so fucking don't want him
I
there.
heard that too, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
if I said thank you, it would be boring. Who
Right.
You know,
that's what I try to even defend you, but if you
that was a joke for the radio.
Honestly, if you pull anything weird, I'm going to assign Ronnie to you the entire night. If you do anything weird, I'm going to have you fucking thrown right out on
I
your
won't
ass.
do anything weird, and I'm not your therapist.
What?
Yeah, good.
But
yeah, that's right. You're not my therapist.
But
you're not even somebody I'd confide in, let alone be my therapist.
You're not even my therapist.
Yeah, you're not even Artie's therapist. Artie will go to anyone. All right, he's looking for help anywhere he can get it.
No, I was just saying to Gary that the odd thing is that Beth, if you look at the sequence of events,
you're
Beth,
so fucked up.
There was
All
a
right.
sequence of events.
Beth.
Asshole, listen to me.
Beth is
I'm
marrying
calling
you because
your name is now officially asshole.
Let him explain it.
All right, go ahead.
Beth is marrying you because you have an endearing personality, you are a very powerful person, and you are extremely talented. That came from the show. Now,
what?
By you knowing...
Let me just tell you something.
Hold on, let me finish, sir. Subconsciously, by you...
So does Beth subconsciously want you to do something too?
But there's one thing higher than Beth in your mind, and that's the show. So subconsciously in your head, you're thinking, okay, if Sal comes to the wedding, something might happen, and even though I love Beth, it could lead to something good for the show.
I'm telling you right now, you're fucking insane. You're mentally ill.
All right.
And you have low intelligence.
And you invited him to your wedding.
And I was just about to say, I am stupider than you because I invited you. I somehow fucking felt bad for you. And subconsciously and consciously, I will fire you if anything goes down. If you don't fucking behave exemplary.
All right. But
in an exemplary manner, you're out.
If your show goes down, because I'm not the guy you want me to be, and Beth divorces you because you're no longer popular, don't blame me.
You're insane. Get out.
No longer popular.
Get out. I don't even want to hear your voice.
But I honestly believe that, Howard. And I'm talking to you as a friend right now.
Thanks.
Because I know
you're not my friend, so...
Would you say the show's more important than Beth?
No, I would not.
Really?
I would not say that.
Would you say in the past the show...
What I'm saying to you is this, Sal, very simply. I felt bad for you.
Thank you.
Because I know you're a fucking head case, and I know how you're a crybaby.
I'm not.
And I know as tough guys, you come off and you try to make jokes about everyone. Second, anyone says anything about you, you go into a paranoid fit. So I didn't want you to fucking bum out that day. So we took some compassion on you. But the audience is right. I'm an asshole for inviting you.
Really?
You're an ungrateful retard.
Ungrateful?
Yes.
How am I ungrateful?
Because here I've invited you, and your reaction is bizarre.
It's not. I don't know. I just that every time that we go
You're
out...
saying you're so fucked up that if I invite you, I want something bad to happen.
Not bad, but something interesting.
Well, here's what I want to have happen.
Oh, it won't be interesting without you.
No, but keep in mind,
Sal,
Howard,
do me a favor. Honestly, this is for real. This is for real. Here's my theory.
No,
do me a favor.
No.
I'm taking it back.
Want to meet my
I don't want you to come.
Howard,
I don't want you to come.
Don't do that.
You're not being allowed in.
I don't hear you. I'm taking my headphones off.
You're out. You're out.
You're going to have security there just to stop Sal.
Yeah, he's not coming. You know, come to think of it, I had a party for Artie at a pizza place. He threw pizza at Scott DePace.
They had a food fight.
Yeah, it's true. You know, what the fuck am I thinking? The guy's a retard.
What he just said, man, I hope there was some humor in that because that was the scariest thing I've ever heard.
No, he was serious.
It wasn't. Now, here's how I know it wasn't. I'm serious. He floated that theory to John Hine on the way home yesterday in the car, which John said, Sal,
Just leave it here. And then he said it to Richard this morning, and Richard, of course, being
Look
a great
at me
employee,
when
said,
I'm
you gotta go
charging
toe
at you.
Yeah, but because doesn't he realize what he just said insults Beth too? He's you know, he's not directly saying she's marrying you because you're famous, but he's sort of saying that, you know.
He's exactly saying
that.
His whole life is based on this show, including Beth's love for him.
Well, he just insulted the shit out. Like, in other words, Beth's with you for the show.
Yeah.
So
He insulted you. He insulted her. He insulted
and whether that's the case or not, why would you say that to me?
First of all,
he says it like it's a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And that you know it.
Yeah.
First of all, anybody who knows her by now knows it's not the case.
That's not how
Wait a minute. Favor, don't come, will you?
Well, hold on, but wait. I didn't say that about Beth.
No,
not at all. I
you
said,
don't- yeah, okay.
I said the popularity that you've gained by creating the Howard Stern Show has led you to Beth.
Okay.
I mean, it's just
all right. So in
it's
other words, so
biorhythms.
that's so important to me that something weird should happen.
No, not something
Sal,
weird.
This is retarded. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay,
I
but
don't want you to come.
I'm not
It was
gonna,
a mistake to
I'm not
invite
going to
you.
disrupt your wedding. I have a theory that subconsciously.
How about this theory? I don't want you there.
You know, but now
I want to take back the invitation.
Now you're being ridiculous just based on a theory. It doesn't mean I'm going to do
No,
anything.
I don't know. I don't know what you're capable of.
I'm not
The
capable
audience
of
is right.
anything. But the point
Why
is,
am I torturing myself with you?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't even
made
know
a
how.
mistake. I thought it was important to you, but it's not.
It's very important.
There,
No.
you're going to be thinking about Sal and what he might
Yeah.
do.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
won't.
need to have a nice
You know
day.
I've been good. Your birthday party, Bubba's
Yeah,
wedding.
you sucked at Artie's party. You fucking threw pizza in Scott DePace's face.
Well, that
I
was
was going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's true with that one.
Forgot about that.
But after that one with Artie, I was at Artie's house recently. I was great at your birthday party. I was great at your
Yeah.
engagement party. I was great at.
All right.
And I'm going to be
Don't
good.
fuck
But
up,
you have to
man.
understand,
I'm
Howard.
telling you, I'm being serious.
I know, I'm not.
You want
but
me to give you the talk off the air? I'll give you the talk.
No, you don't. But
I'm not talking to you.
Because he'll still think you're telling him subliminally.
Yeah.
you have to. You have to understand. It's just my
Dominic,
perspective
you're on the
based
air.
on your show.
I think you invited him, and Beth did, because it was almost like there were bad vibes not to invite him.
Right. That's exactly right.
And we would have had to live with 2-3 more months of him crying
Yeah.
or not crying, and
Right.
almost giving off bad vibes to Beth, who just wants this to be a happy moment. The real bottom line is, he's crazy.
He is.
Doesn't get it.
He is crazy.
Doesn't understand it.
Well,
And
why do you think he can't get along with his wife? The two, she can't even communicate with him.
But he really believes all this. That's what you're all missing.
Yeah.
He truly believes all he tells you.
Yeah, he thinks he can read your mind.
Beth loves Howard, and that's why she wants to get married.
And what's the difference why she wants to get married? I invited you to the wedding because I wanted you to feel a part of things.
And I appreciate that
but
greatly.
I made a mistake. I realize it today.
And with that sentiment, why do you want him sitting there?
No, I don't even want you there. You're not there to celebrate my marriage.
I am really.
No, I really don't want you there.
I'm there to celebrate, and I sincerely
No, I
mean
really
that.
don't. I don't want to pay for your drinks. I don't.
You
wanna,
don't have to.
Yeah, I
I won't
want
drink.
an open bar except for you.
I'll drink water.
Yeah.
I have a
Artie, no open bar for him. You're in charge of that.
I'll be by the bar guarding it.
Good.
A simple
Completely
rule.
sober.
You're not going to drink at my wedding, right?
That's right.
Well, I mean, the goal is to stop drinking, yeah.
How'd it go yesterday with your 2.5-hour session?
I'll tell you what, it actually went great.
Yeah?
He actually, at the end, he did some relaxing stuff. Not quite meditation, but
No kidding.
stuff I got into.
Nice.
Very helpful, because I had a stressful day the rest of the day.
Sounds a little new agey. Yes, Dominic.
Yeah,
How
it
about
was.
a simple rule? Let's see if he can do it. He cannot discuss the wedding until the wedding. He's not allowed to bring it up. He can't give it.
I don't want him going. I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna be fine. Relax. Take it easy. It's only a
Your
wedding.
feelings are so bizarre.
All of a sudden, the wedding's all about you.
It's not even close to me. It's about Howard. That's
No,
who I
'cause
had in
now
mind.
He's got to think, there's that asshole Sal
I wish I
who
had
might
somebody
do
thinking
something.
for me like I think for this man.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
All right, come on,
you should be
Sal, Sal,
honored.
get out. Really. You're scaring everybody, not just me.
What did he just say?
So, Robin's kind of right. You are making this wedding about
I'm
you.
jerking Howard's chain. You guys can't see past that.
So
Come
bad.
on.
I don't think you're
Oh,
not. Dude.
it's such a
Dude,
bit.
yesterday in the hallway,
Come on.
you said the same thing to me and Richie in the hallway.
Of
You
course.
said,
Well, I got to warm everybody up to make it seem real. Right, Richard? Yeah. Am I see?
Richard said that you
Turn
can
the
behave
boy.
if you want to.
Of course I can, and I'm going to. I'm playing Howard. Do you understand? That's part of my genius.
Like a turret kid.
I get them all worked up and scared.
That's autoguns chewing him up.
Rhythm.
Oh, yeah, the fire
To go on the air and pretend like he's going to be crazy, but when it comes down to it,
Go
he's not.
Lasher.
Richard, you think he's going to behave?
Yeah. I think his biorhythms will be perfectly in check, and he'll behave.
What does that mean, bro?
Biorhythms, I don't know. Means he'll
Head!
Come on, listen. It's your biological rhythm. Right, Sal? I'm not gonna do anything in his wedding. Come on, I'm fucking playing these guys.
John Boy, you're on the air.
Why don't you just put him in like a Hannibal Lecter transport dolly with a mask and then have someone push him around so he
Not a
can't
bad
fuck
idea.
nothing up?
I think a cage like you do with the dog.
How about I not let him in the door?
Beth, you're wearing a Fino
I wouldn't let him
skin
within
fade.
60 miles of your wedding.
Really?
No. Within 60 miles.
He can't even come
You know what it
into
is,
the
Howard?
city.
Fred was very definite.
You know what? It's not even like he's going to do something that day.
Yeah.
It's like this poison pill that you swallow. Somewhere down the line, it might be 1 week, it might be 2 weeks.
He's right. He's
it
right.
might be 3 months.
Fred's very wise.
But he's going to do something that's going to ultimately hurt Beth and piss you off.
Wow.
Yeah, he's right. It could be a reaction he says on the air about the wedding.
Because it's kind of like what he did with the Beth jokes in his routine. You had to talk with the guy, and then he still did it. It's like a compulsion. He can't help it.
After Beth and I went and got our tattoos, we called Lisa G to give her the exclusive. We couldn't even get a hold of her.
Really?
I said, boy, she's slipping.
What was she up to?
I don't know. I couldn't get through to her.
Well, you know, she did say she washed her hands of the whole thing. She, you know, she couldn't get any information, so she was like, I'm done. I'm through with it. Took the day
Lisa,
off.
Lisa, come in here. Where were you after we got these tattoo things?
I didn't even see her out there.
Yeah, there she is. I hear her.
Meant by biorhythms.
I know. I don't know.
He doesn't know what that is.
He makes me. Yeah. What did he say?
He didn't really explain it.
Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He says shit. He doesn't even know what he's
Yeah.
saying. I'm telling you.
He's not going to be able to help himself at the wedding. He's giving you his subconscious warning. The people that have these problems, they can't. When the moment comes, it's like
You got to
he's
make
not
it.
going to be able to help. He's going to
He's
do
right.
something fucked.
And he's, you know, by saying it here, that's his way of getting your tacit approval. If you
Right.
still have him at the wedding,
Yeah.
you're sanctioning
I don't want him there.
shenanigans.
I don't want him there. I'm not kidding, Gary.
I have a big announcement.
What's the announcement?
I'm not kidding. I didn't even bother printing it out. Beth just sent me an email, and it's just one line. It said, please tell Sal to show some class and not show up at the wedding.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. That's fucking...
Well.
What'd you say, Lisa?
It's not good.
No, she doesn't
Hal
want him there.
does that all the time, though. He had an invitation, and he then screwed it up.
Yeah, he got in the door, but he's not coming in.
So let us take the hot chicken.
I think that's only fair.
Well,
He's got that. You know what? I have to. You know what? It's fucked up as is. I have to agree with Beth. I think he's acting a little odd here.
Yeah.
It's like why?
She's right.
Priorities are all messed up.
Yes, Ben.
Hey, Stern.
Yeah.
Hey, you better watch Sal, man. This guy's like a fucking crazy stalker, man. He might try and like kill you one day, just like for the better good of the world or some shit.
You know, I don't. I wish I totally disagreed.
Yeah,
He's like one of those
unfortunately,
stalker
that
guys.
has some validity.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't. Listen, I just think he's overthinking this, and it's in his head, and it's probably better for Sal too. That it, you know, whatever. You don't go.
It's for his protection.
Yeah.
He might. He's lucky he didn't let him sleep at your house that one night. He might try to snip your boxers or something.
I would never let him sleep in my house.
He'd be walking around like in Beth's wedding dress.
Oh, here comes more idiotic talk.
Yeah.
What is it?
He's definitely.
Dude, that's not kidding.
I know.
You're out. You better not go.
Yeah, I feel bad for you, Howard.
Right.
Oh,
Here
my
he goes.
God.
Right. Okay.
There he
Good.
goes.
Thank you.
Just
All right,
got
so
it.
don't
Shut
go.
up!
Good.
Shut up now!
No, I feel bad because I put you in a strange situation with the person that you love.
No,
and
no,
it's,
no.
It's a big event. I'm sorry.
No, you've put me not in a strange position. You're strange, and I feel like you're crazy.
But I'm not. I mean, I was, you know, just.
No, he's a psychopath. There's a difference.
Everybody knows I'm not a psychopath.
We
Oh
do?
no, they don't.
It's just that I what happens is I have certain thoughts, and then I put them out there, where most people would just dismiss the thought. I allow the thought to run, and I think
You
of
mean like
scenarios.
thoughts like of people killing another
No,
person?
where does killing come into any of this?
Sal, you just described what a pedophile thinks. They have certain.
No, I don't. You see, that's what really bothers me. That has nothing to do with it.
No, but that's what
Pedophilia
an-
and
but that's
killing
what an
has
idiot
nothing to
says.
do with somebody who is thinking about the show show and thinking about things that coordinate with the show inside and outside. I'm just obsessed with the show. That's what it comes down to. But I do apologize because I feel really bad to put you in a strange situation like this because, you know, this is a special day for you.
You're messing me up.
And I just went with a theory, and I didn't want to put you and Beth in a situation. But hold on, to continue.
What did you mean by biorhythm?
Well, biorhythms is everything that you do in life coordinates with something else that would happen. Like for every action, there's a reaction, so to speak, and that's what biorhythm.
Yeah, exactly.
But hold on. In regards to Beth, I just don't want her. You know, Beth knows me as well. I think to a certain extent.
Really?
Don't take this. I mean, it's hard for me to explain this. Beth, don't take it so personal. It's just a theory I have about Howard, and it has nothing to do with
a wedding. Is the most important day in a girl's life. She's never been married before. This is like her big day.
Yes.
And she wants to share it with only people she's comfortable with. I'm going to explain it to you.
And people who are wishing her well.
And I do wish her well.
And having a creep like you there was a big leap for her because she felt, you know what, you work with me, and I'm going to do this for my future husband, and, you know, maybe this will be nice. And I agree.
And then you go and
then you
open your big yappy.
And then you're like, geez, subconsciously they want me to fuck up their wedding.
Well, not they.
Like,
Again, I was looking at you, and I know she's...
Okay.
I know...
Whatever. And it's like, if you're having that thought, that means you're starting to think, gee, what do I need to do to please Howard?
You know what's interesting?
You're insane.
He thinks that you talked Beth into inviting him. It was really something she did.
I don't think that. Do you live in my head? How would you know that?
Because you're saying Howard secretly wants you to do something. Howard didn't invite you.
Well, how do you know that?
I know it.
Well, whatever the case may be, the point I'm trying to make is I'm getting all choked up here.
Die.
Thanks.
Do us all a favor.
Jesus Christ.
Who would want somebody to screw up their wedding?
Jim was so right.
Yeah, I know. Like subconsciously, I want him to fuck up my wedding.
I can't wait to high five Jim when I see him.
Good.
I'll snip his fingers first, then I'll high five him.
Do it.
Anyway,
Nick, you're on the air.
Yeah, then I could die in peace.
Nick, you're on the air.
You'll die happy.
Subconsciously, you want Sal to be your best man at the wedding.
Right. Sal already figured that out.
See, I'm smart enough to realize that's not the case.
Sal, why can't you just tell Howard you're going to be on your best behavior?
But I am. I'm going to be.
No, you're not. You're having thoughts.
No.
I'm secretly sending you messages subconsciously.
No,
to
it's
do
a theory.
something.
It's a theory. That's all it is. And you have to remember, Howard.
Good.
It's only based on the history of the show, and that's the only thing I was looking at. But I'm not going to do anything.
What history of the show are you referring to where I had people fuck up my life?
Well, every time. Every time there's an event.
You're a depraved fan. That's all.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're insane.
No, I'm not. Every time.
James, go ahead. You're on the air.
Oh, this motherfucker. Good God. The whole reason you were getting married was because people like him disrespected Beth. And now that you're getting married, you're not respecting him.
No.
You're gonna have to find somebody and make them believe you mean business.
I know.
Shut up. Listen, this guy, you're totally off the mark. This has nothing to do with Beth. It was just a theory. Yeah, but it's her wedding, and you know what? She's entitled to the greatest day of her life. She's a sweet person, and I'm grateful that she was considerate enough to allow me to go. I mean, that's a very magnanimous thing to do.
All right.
But
Listen, what you just said in that last 20-minute soliloquy, you said, with Beth listening, obviously, you said, the show's more important to Howard than Beth.
No, in my mind.
Oh, he loves to just do
Howard
that.
has said that. You've said that in the past.
No, he has.
Yes, he has.
Matter of fact, he said the direct opposite. He said the direct opposite.
I don't know.
That is extremely important to me.
Yes, I agree.
More than anything. So just cut it out. You're being absurd.
He's not getting married to do something for the show.
I know that.
I didn't put an initial on my finger because I'm not in love with her.
And I know that too. And I know why
Gary, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
I think that Sal has a very negative personality.
Yes, you're right
All he has
about that.
to do is look at his relationship with Artie and how everything went down, all the good shit that Artie for him.
Right.
And how he ended up repaying him by being a total asshole later on. I think that if you let him in a wedding, every little thing that happens at the wedding, like where you sit him and where you sit other people, I think that like like Fred said, later on. That's the kind of
I'm sitting him next to Fred, so Fred will keep an eye on him.
I will punch you.
Fred.
No, but it's not even what he's going to do that day.
I just
Howard.
want to
swear
somewhere down the line.
Somewhere down the line. And I'm actually trying to do you a favor, Sal, whether you realize it or not. I'm trying to protect you from doing something incredibly dumb.
I agree with Fred. That's kind of where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, like, me and Sal had issues, but me and Sal are friendly now. We worked everything out. Everything's cool, and I was wrong in that, too, I think. But I'm coming where Fred's coming from right now. I really think, Sal, and it's real seriously, that it's better for you and everybody not to. Because you're really overthinking this. And something weird might happen.
Artie's right. You have weird thoughts. You even ruined your wife's New Year's Eve party by turning off the TV during the midnight countdown.
Right.
Like you can't control yourself.
Yeah, but you know what? Who wants to see that stupid, lame
people?
I mean, is this what
that party?
Right.
Your wife did.
But you know what? It made the event. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Your wife can't stand you. She's going to other guys to get emotional support. How does that make the event? She's like, I just want to be with a guy who's not retarded.
Howard?
Yeah.
Did he get kicked out of a Passover Seder for doing something?
Yeah, he fucked up there too.
Right, and
What
he
did you
thought,
do?
and he thought he was doing
something nice.
He thought he was doing something nice too.
It was a Seder. We read from the pamphlet. We read all that stuff and the prayers and whatnot. And then at the end, I was so impressed with the Jewish religion that I had no idea about it. That I raised my glass in honor to the Jews, and I said, I'm officially a Jew for Jesus. Now, I didn't know Jews for Jesus actually condemned
Why do you always have
the
to
Jewish...
say something?
I
Why
didn't
can't
know...
you just sit and relax?
Because I wanted to do something nice. It was my way of extending my
Can't
Catholic...
you say this was a beautiful ceremony? And as someone who has never seen one of these before, I'm very honored to be here. Boom.
Extending my Catholic what?
I was extending my Catholic beliefs and trying to mend it with the Jews. I was very
Mend it.
impressed. But it was just a
Seder.
It was a sign of endearment. That's all it was.
All right.
I'm sorry. I mean, and
In
that's
other
what
words,
I get.
you seem to be misunderstood
so
all
if
the
I'm
time.
negative
I don't want
or-
you misunderstood at my wedding.
Look, you always say I'm stupid. I never believed you. But today I believe you.
Well.
And I finally put two and two together.
I don't even know how to express to you
No,
how
no, no.
sorry I am that we
The
invited
mistake
you.
that I made was extending my thoughts a little further, just explaining a theory or two. But again, there's...
Are you going to be theorizing during the wedding?
No, nothing.
See, I'm afraid
You know
you're
what I'm going to do at the
gonna be.
wedding?
It's too in
I'm
your
going to sit
head.
back, relax, and be happy for two people that are
no,
extremely
you're
in
not.
love.
No, you're not.
All right. Well,
Fred's right.
You're in my head. You can't tell me what's in my head.
Oh, I know
You're
exactly
telling
what's in
him
your
what's
head.
in his head. Why can't we tell you what's in your head?
I didn't tell him what's in his head. I theorized what could be in his head. But I know that's not the case now because he explained it to me.
Jeff the drunk, you're on the air.
I was a fucking moron.
Right.
Even Jeff the
Jeff
drunk
knows.
it.
Jeff's drunk and he knows that.
I would find it a pleasure if you invited me.
I know you would.
It's out of the question.
Well, no, I'd have Jeff over Sal.
You want to know something? He will do something stupid, but at least it'll be an isolated, contained stupid.
At least he's not mean.
Right.
I won't do nothing stupid.
Yeah, and if Jeff drives his house, it's more people to go home with him if people get drunk.
No, I mean, I'm telling you, at this point, I trust Jeff more than you.
Well, that hurts, but that's all right. I'm just back here
Jeff
because
to take time out of a busy day to make this call, Sal. You got to think about it.
that's true. I feel bad for you and Beth putting you in an awkward position. That wasn't
Do
my
you think
intent.
Fred
That's
and-
all I
do you
wanted to
think
say. And
Fred
I'm
and-
sorry to Beth.
All right.
And that's it.
All right,
Because,
thank you. Do you
know,
think Fred and Artie don't want you there because subconsciously they're jealous of the attention you're going to get from the stunt you do?
Please stop it.
All right.
That's a good theory, though.
No.
That's so stupid.
I think that's in your head.
No, that's not in my head
right,
at all.
Thank you.
And, you know...
Me and Fred are going to be in the corner. Why didn't I think of getting naked and sitting on the cake?
You know, you have to remember,
What can we do to
I am
disrupt
very
this
grateful for this.
Sal's so smart. He made the wedding by getting naked and sticking his cock in Beth's ear. You know.
Right.
And then
During the
to
toast.
Mark Consuelos.
Oh, and that anti-Semitic toast. Jesus.
It's unbelievable.
And we did the chocolate bandit mask on Mark Consuelo.
I don't know. I'm such a nice guy. I keep getting sucked into your stupid universe. There's something wrong with you.
You're a smart guy.
I wish my therapist would return. He's gone for the month.
Is he really?
This is why this
I could talk
happened.
to you.
Yeah, this is why it happened. He kept me. He said, "You don't want Sal there."
They leave in August.
I just want to say I'm sorry for putting you both in an awkward position. I am grateful.
And I'm not sure.
you have to remember.
Can I say something?
I know I'm on the fence. I'm
I'm going to come to you privately and probably
please
ask
don't.
you not to come to the wedding.
Please don't do that.
I'm going to do it.
Beth has already requested.
I know, and that's fine. And you have to understand.
When I do, just be a man
that's
about
gonna
it
be
and say
playing
I
in his
did.
head, too.
But you have to understand, Howard, prior to the
I
invitation...
tried my best. I can't
know.
have you there. I realize it's a
I mean,
mistake.
prior to the invitation, I came on the air and I said, I understand I have to suffer the consequences. I did something wrong, and I walked away from it. So,
and we invited you, and now as soon as we did that,
but I just had a theory that you want something a little kooky to happen.
I don't.
But that was
your
just
theory scared me because
and
you
that's
might
all it
act
was.
on it.
No, I won't. But I won't.
Yeah, but you might have if I hadn't interceded.
But I was smart enough to tell you I had a thought of a theory. You said don't do it, and now I'm not.
But you still think that's my theory.
But it's not. It's just a theory.
Yeah, but you still think I think that, and that's what scares me.
No, I don't think that at all.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
We got a question, Sal. When you were theorizing that Howard wanted to do something, did you come up with any ideas of what you might have done?
No, it didn't even go that
What do you think he could do? What could you
Nothing.
do? Tell me the stunt you could pull.
Nothing. I couldn't. Listen, at your wedding, no.
Would you rub your cock on the fruit?
No.
You did that at Artie's birthday.
Did you really? No, I
He rubbed his cock all over the fruit.
No,
Tell the truth.
Did he really?
Tell
I
the
didn't know
truth.
George Takei was there.
The sausage and peppers I made for Artie at his beach house party, I smacked my dick on the hero.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Did you really, Sal?
No.
Sal, you remember what I said when I ate that sandwich, you motherfucker?
He said to me 6 times, don't fuck with my sandwich.
And sausage and peppers.
And you slapped your cock on it. Tell him the truth.
Sal, did you do that?
No. I wish I
you?
could pull his leg, but he'll kill me.
I won't kill you. I'll just...
No,
you know,
I
because
didn't.
I said, I was going
Not
to
even
say,
close.
you were very nice in my house, but this is a different thing with his wedding. It's in your head. It's too crazy now.
No,
Just
I
stay
didn't
away
do that
from
to you,
it.
hero. I'm joking with you guys.
All right, I believe you, but, you know,
I
whatever.
would never do that. And again, whatever the consequences are, they are. Again, it was little
The
theory.
consequences are, I don't want you to come. There it is. We're putting it out on the table.
That's awful.
It's probably, it's just a big mistake.
You got to get that through your head, Sal. I mean, Beth already made that decision.
Yeah, and I feel very bad, and I'm, you know, Beth, if you're listening, I'm very sorry. And that wasn't my intent.
Why would you
Again,
sabotage yourself like this? You were on the. You almost didn't get invited.
Right.
Why would you think of anything?
You were flying under the radar, and you put yourself back on the radar.
Right, and I was happy. You know, and you know,
Stephen, you're on the air.
Really honored to be a part of it, and then I realized how I fucked it up because I started thinking of these things. But I was honest enough to tell you what my thoughts were.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Not
Stephen,
that I would act upon them.
Stephen, you're on the air.
I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm
like,
listening
listen,
to.
let me put it in perspective.
I'm listening to myself, and it's just coming off so wrong. It's not even close.
Now you're like everybody else.
You know,
I
it's
just
not.
want to say something. I enjoy working with you.
Thank you.
I got no problem with you. I'm glad you joined the show many years ago.
Thank you, Howard.
But I think to put our lives together in a personal way, you know, to attempt this is probably suicide.
Abbott and Costello did not like each other.
Well, so in other words, let's keep it professional.
And I will.
And so don't come to the wedding. Do me a favor. I want you to bow out now. I want you to say, I don't want to come.
I want to come, but out of respect to Beth and you, if you don't want me to come and it makes you feel better, I certainly will not come
That's
because
nice of
Beth at least deserves that.
If your wife wants to come, that's fine.
I'll send her for real. I will send her without me because I feel bad now for her because, you know, it's not right. But
why should she miss it?
My wife could go as Artie's date.
No, but Sal, if your wife really did go, that's
Stephen,
that's bad.
What's on your... Yes, Gary.
No, it's great for the marriage.
Would anybody like to see a small video clip of Sal rubbing his penis on fruit outside Artie's birthday party?
Oh, wait, the pumpkin. You're talking about the pumpkin thing. Yeah, Ralph took this video. We showed Howard and we discussed this. This was at a fruit stand.
Right, okay.
But I mean, but still, like, you're at Artie's birthday party. Like,
But that was afterwards. I was with Ralph. We had a few drinks. And, you know, I saw the pumpkins there, and I wanted to smack my penis on it. That is totally unrelated to any weddings, parties. That's outside.
That's a party. Okay, it's my party.
Party was over.
It's a party Howard threw.
Yes, it
Howard
was. It was a
rented out
beautiful
that
party.
place.
So if
okay,
you-
it's a big night, a busy night. You're representing the party.
right,
Howard.
if you got arrested
You're
for doing that.
outside.
Why would
if
you
got
do
arrested
that?
and the headline said, Howard Stern employee arrested at party that Howard threw, how would you feel?
It will say Howard's name big, and your name will be nowhere.
I would feel terrible.
You wouldn't feel terrible.
You're right.
Yeah, you would.
feel terrible
No,
'cause
no. I would feel terrible. Well, it was a funny little goofy thing you did outside.
Sal,
People have done these
Sal,
things a
when
bunch
I
of times.
invite you to something, keep your penis. Forget it. This isn't going to
No,
work.
I do.
You're
See,
retarded.
Gary's instigating this. This is an old thing.
And why would you touch some pumpkins that people have to handle with your penis?
It was just a spur of the moment thing. Ralph had the video camera on. We were laughing. We were looking at the pumpkin.
See, that's the thing. Somebody's going to be there with a picture. Somebody's going to have a video camera. He's going to do something dumb.
No, I'm not. Look, again, your birthday party, your engagement party, our Artie's house party. I've been a gentleman to all this stuff. I'm going to.
Let's not go crazy.
I've been.
No, but there's examples the other way. Look at that. Like, that's not even funny.
I mean,
it's not even funny.
I know it's not.
Told
No,
me,
it's never
someone
funny.
told you have to see this pumpkin video to believe how ridiculous it is. But let me just say something. I heard at Christine's, your wife's friend's wedding, you stripped down to your underwear and danced in the middle of the floor. True or false?
There's a story behind that, though.
Is it true or false?
My God.
True
You
or false?
admitted to this and you humped the bridesmaid, right?
I didn't hump a bridesmaid.
True or false?
It's true, but
okay. That's it.
But this
That's it.
Hold on, Howard. This was
I
a
don't
long.
want
They wanted him to do it.
Right. They didn't want. No.
They wanted him to
This
do
is
it.
what
Everybody wants him to do it.
This is what happened.
Subconsciously, they
They did the conga line thing, and the DJ handed out boxer shorts and hats to the guys, and the guys took off their shirts. I took off my shirt too with the rest of the conga line, but they were out of boxer shorts. So as a goof, I dropped my pants and showed my real boxer shorts.
All right.
And that's what happened.
And wasn't your wife really angry?
She's always angry. It's in her nature.
Don't you think it's interesting that your wife? So maybe it's you. It's not your wife that's the problem.
Maybe
she's always angry because you're fucking up all the time.
I don't mean to fuck up. That's the problem. My intent's
See,
always good.
You don't know that you're doing it.
And were you a gentleman at Artie's pizza party? No. You're fucking. I turn around and you're in this nice fucking restaurant. They've never opened this restaurant for just one person before. They did me a favor. I turn around. You're over at the pizza equipment. They're nice enough to let you make a pizza. You take it and you start throwing shit in the restaurant at Scott DePace.
Right.
And dude, there it is. There's the video.
Scott didn't start that. He reacted, which I would have, but
it's a reflection on me. Like, oh,
You're
you
right.
had the party, they were disrespectful to the pizzeria and all that kind of
and it's a famous place. Like believe me, they're looking for stories like that, especially with Howard's name with that. And outside, you're fucking a pumpkin.
Yeah, and you're putting your cock on pumpkins. I don't even understand that.
While we're at it, do we need to tell that one more wedding story? Did you go to Billy Mirror's wedding, commandeer the microphone, and start singing filthy songs about what you want to do to his wife?
Yes, I did do that. I had a lot of alcohol in me.
You can't not invite Sal now.
No, Sal, you're out of control.
He's gotta
No
be.
one
Well,
wants
you know
that.
what? You know what? Maybe
We want to have like a classy dinner for our friends. This is not. It's not. You know what? You're not even missing out on anything. It's not even going to be that good.
Well, maybe this is an epiphany for me, and I'll consider this a wake-up call. That
Have you ever behaved at a wedding? No. There's not one example.
Mine.
How were you invited to that?
All right, thank you.
But I'm sorry,
Thanks.
and,
Thanks. Consider bowing out and saving me the aggravation of having to tell
you know
not
what?
to come.
You've made me see the light.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for extending my thoughts and being honest, and I will bow out of the wedding, and I apologize to Beth if she took offense to anything.
All right, thank you. Say, what is he doing?
He's just got this compulsion.
Yeah.
Look, I'm an inappropriate slob. He makes me feel so good about myself.
He knows something.
I mean, gee. But you know what? It's actually, I really do agree with Fred. It's really better off for him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know what? It's
He'll
like
keep working here. He does good work here. Just stay away from this other shit.
He does. I like the guy.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I'm trying in the worst way to invite him.
Because he's admitting now, he goes, that did happen.
yeah.
I got drunk. Someone provoked me with a camera.
He has
blah,
no
blah, blah.
boundaries.
Right.
There's no boundaries.
No.
Right.
And now he's
then
got me
gonna
thinking.
get around all of us, and he's gonna like go berserk.
At my little.
And then what he always does is he'll go ahead, he'll do his stupid thing,
right?
And then it's like he'll beg for forgiveness. But in the meantime, he's already on the way home, going how proud he is that he got away with it again.
And now he's got me thinking. At my get together, like Sal said, Art, let me make you a sausage and pepper sandwich. I'm so good at it. And you know what? He made me a great sandwich. But I said, Sal, listen to me. I better not find out later you like came in this or
Yeah,
something.
you put a pubic hair in there.
And now I was.
think he rubbed his dick.
Yeah,
in it.
now I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Might have happened.
Hey, Artie, how was the provolone?
My point is, how can you have the guy? You were supposed to be thinking about Beth on that day.
Right. I'll be
not
thinking about Sal.
Right.
Yeah,
And he
that's
wants
a good
that.
point too. Yeah, who
Put
needs
Sal
that?
in a wedding dress.
Really?
He'd want that.
Sal.
What happens? You play a bit on the air.
Here, hold on. Let's talk.
No, I don't want to talk anymore about this. Come on.
You definitely crossed that line. You said you didn't want to, and you did.
Yeah.
I really do agree with
Are you surprised that? You surprised by Beth's email?
No, I totally get where Beth's coming from. I mean, you know, it just got a little out of hand. I know. I don't know. It just stinks.
Didn't know that.
But I was Do you think you to this, and unfortunately I couldn't make it. So, you know, do I have to go to everything I'm invited? Does he go to everything he's invited to? I'm sure he turns down some things because he's got other things to do, and this was one of the things that I unfortunately had to turn down.
Maybe you just like to complain.
That too. I love to complain. I do. I love to complain.
We should talk about Sal's thing, by the way, because it was so... Gary pointed this out to me.
Sal's speech?
He didn't mention Beth.
I know. It was all Howard.
Sal is retarded. I mean, Sal is retarded.
It was an engagement party, and you were supposed to be toasting the couple.
You know, I'm not talking about whatever, like, you know, people were busting his chops and everything. I'm not talking about the content itself, except for the fact that Gary pointed this out, and I went, you know what, you're right. It's an engagement party, and he doesn't mention the bride to be.
It was his engagement to Howard. Right, it was like, Howard, you and I, me and you, how do you look at me, you, me, and Beth is like in the way.
First of all, you know you're in trouble when the first line is, when I was 16 years old.
Right.
My sister.
Wait a minute.
Let me play your speech.
The first time
Sal, you come off so bad.
But dude, the whole point
that how you work for me is ridiculous.
Thanks.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Like you're like socially retarded. Listen to your speech. Let me see.
Nobody gave me a chance. The point is, I was building up. It was a crescendo to get to Beth in the end.
Who stopped him?
You all did.
I want to say one thing.
Howard, get ready to get your ass kicked.
Happy to rub Howard's feet any day of the week.
Broken off.
Howard, no, in all honesty, I want to say that when I was 16 years old, my sister called me. I was on the way to school. And she knew I loved dick and fart jokes, and she knew I was an idiot. And she says, you have to listen to this guy. He's in the middle of fighting a guy named Fred, and he's going to something called Lesbian Validate. I immediately changed the channel, heard him in the middle of yelling at his staff, yelling at his boss, and after all that, people were cursing, flipping out, I was freaking out, and then Howard goes, and when we come back, we're going to have Lesbian Validate. And I said, I don't know who this man is, but whoever he is, he revolutionized radio. He's got... could deserve the absolute pleasure for himself that he's given the world over the last 20 years.
I know, it's so bad. But Sal's whole speech was about my career and how he listened to me as a kid, and
it was the history of you and him.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with that.
I couldn't believe it. And then lesbian Validate. And then my sister, she called me up and says, "This guy is meant for you."
So I walk over, I whisper in his ear, "Mention Beth, asshole."
Yeah, I know.
Because you're an asshole.
You had to even say it to him.
Yeah, I should mention Beth.
But I was trying to get there, but you guys kept interrupting my speech. I was trying to get there.
Sal, you're an embarrassment. I mean, really, stop kissing my ass.
I'm not, dude. It was your engagement. I was trying to be nice. I was toasting you and your fiance.
No, you weren't.
Yes, but I was. But these assholes that kept heckling left and right, I couldn't get to the big grand finale, the ending.
You're sitting there talking about how in love you are with me, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm engaged.
Yeah, if you were wearing the ring, I would have understood the speech.
You know, well, what's the grand finale? Tell us, because in all fairness,
the grand finale finale was,
there was no grand finale.
Yes, there was. The point I was trying to make, I go, Howard, if you get 1 ounce of the pleasure from Beth that you've given the world, then you got the luckiest girl. And then you're the luckiest person in the world.
And that's not the luckiest girl.
Luckiest girl.
Even your Freudian slips are so revealing. She's the luckiest girl in the world.
She is.
But your part about Beth is all about Howard.
No, but look, the point I'm trying to make is that this guy's broke his ass for 20 years, and it took him 20 years to break his ass to entertain the world, yet all he needs in his life to get that back is Beth Ostrowski.
All right, get out of here.
You don't see how that's all about him.
Insane. You're insane.
No, you're insane, and that fat slob over there is insane because you guys are just putting a spin on all this.
No.
I am trying to say that Beth Ostrowski is a beautiful woman that has given you the pleasure that you've given millions of people.
But it's not.
I'm putting her in the mix. I'm putting her in the mix.
But no, she shouldn't be in the mix. She should be out in the forefront.
She's my gift for entertaining you and millions of people.
Right.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
You don't
it's
see
a
that.
shitty speech.
It's like you're a king and she's your presentation.
Yeah, right. Here is the woman who should make you happy because you've helped me and millions.
They should hear her in on
Don't you get it? Now you're getting it.
No, but you get it. What about her? It's an insult to her. Maybe she's a terrific girl, and I'm the lucky one getting her.
Right.
Here's your gift for making me and all my shithead friends from Long Island happy.
You don't know how to make a fucking speech.
I know how to make a speech.
You always
She's
screw
not just
up.
a present for Howard.
Well, what's wrong with being a present rather than being a pile of shit? I mean, she is a gifted person. Listen to me. She's a gifted person that she has the ability to give you the pleasure that you deserve that you've given the world.
How about
I don't get how that's insulting.
Sal,
I don't get it. You guys are crazy.
You're retarded.
No matter what I
she
say.
gives Howard, and that pleasure he's giving
Here
Howard
I am.
different pleasures.
Oh,
Your thought process is
I'm
so
saying
muddled.
something nice about you and your beautiful
listen to me.
fiance, and you
I
turn
just
around
want to
and
tell you something.
You're a horrible speech giver.
Your thought process is so muddled. I can't even begin to tell you. That poor wife of yours. I'm telling you. No
You're
wonder.
on her side now.
I am.
Hey, by the way, Howard,
You're muddled.
I'm not muddled. Listen to me.
You're befuddled.
Listen to me. Let me give you some basic arithmetic. 2 + 2. Howard entertains world. Howard finds somebody to entertain him. End of story. The end. Finito.
And you think that's a normal thought? You think that's a good speech?
That's a point?
Well, it's...
In other words, she is my prize for entertaining the world.
Sure.
I see.
But you put the word prize in. I put her in as like
a gift. You said gift.
A gift.
She's a
like
gift.
the Messiah. Like
gift.
Jesus came down.
So it's not a prize, it's a gift.
She's your bowling trophy.
Yeah, it's like it's sort of like, look, Howard, did she make you happy?
Yes.
So I'm happy for you that she makes you happy the way you made me.
What about
I can't
her?
even believe.
Sal.
You know what? I shouldn't even give you a fucking speech. I can't even believe I look up to you. All you do is rip me to shreds. I'm trying to praise you.
You treat me like I'm the king of the world, and now, sire, here is your presentation. You're insane.
So what about the part
You're
where
a sick man,
what
and you
can you-
need psychotherapy.
What can you say about Beth, Sal? What can you say about Beth as a person? Excluding Howard.
She looks good next to Howard.
You're being a jerk.
Next to Howard.
What can I say about Beth? She's a wonderful, sweet, nice, sincere girl. She's got great. I saw her on The View. I think a little bit of you rubbed off on her with a delivery. I thought that was nice. And
oh my God,
I heard
she's a
him say
sweetheart of a
this to
girl.
her
She's so
before we
sweet.
went into dinner. He stopped Beth and started saying to her that she started to talk like Howard, and that was good.
Right.
That he was complimenting her because now you're sounding like Howard.
Her cadence and her delivery on The View was somewhat similar to yours. You know, it was enjoyable, it was
my
refreshing,
God.
and it was
Listen to me.
entertaining.
Listen to me.
Sal, if you had known Beth as a person without Howard in her life, do you think there's any compliment you could give her?
Outstanding, beautiful girl.
All right. Well,
What about as a person? That's looks. Now, what about Beth as a person?
Okay. Well, Gary, if I'm saying Beth is giving somebody, the king of all media, pleasure for the rest of his life, I can't think of any better way
Would you
to
say that she's a good?
compliment
Would you
somebody.
say in a way she's a good trophy for me?
All girls are trophies,
Right.
dude.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. Listen to me. Here's a speech I want to make.
Summer
I want to make
bowling
a speech
trophy,
now to
summer
you.
Oscar.
Turn around and get the fuck out of here.
Wait, I want to
Make
hear
my
about
speech.
Beth mentioned that you guys made up. I want to hear about that.
Well, that's when he was telling her she sounded like Howard.
What a compliment.
Hey, Howard.
You know what, Sal? You're a comic. You would have been better off just going for jokes.
I didn't want to go for jokes. I just wanted to have a nice dinner, and I just wanted to.
You want to be sincere.
He
wanted to be
wants to be
sincere.
funny.
Yeah.
I just came here to have a nice dinner.
And winds up being creepy.
But how am
You're
I
a
creepy?
creep. That's exactly the right word. Robin hit on that. You're a creep.
Listen, what do you do for a living?
I'm on the radio.
Right. And why? Because you have a fixation and a need to entertain people.
Go ahead.
And you have.
Right.
And that's my point, is that my point at your speech was, my speech was, Jesus, my point, the point of my speech was to tell you
Your point.
that that you've graced so many people with being an incredible entertainer. And I know you hurt inside. I know you do. You know, I know you have a lot. And the point is that somebody like you, over years and years of grief and anger and anxiety, you've put it all on the line. You've entertained so many people. You finally got what you deserve. You finally got the pleasure back in your life that you've given so many people. And that pleasure is Beth Estrada.
You're a fucking lunatic.
Hey, so what
if you got up? Now, what if you? Now, what if
so nice and
you?
touching.
Now, what if you got up and said, "You know what, Beth? You're an amazing person. You're terrific, and you know, I'm really happy that you have Howard in your life because you know what? After the years of being in different relationships, things like that, why not reverse it and make it about her?"
Well,
because
I did.
You sit there and suck my nuts like she's a prize for me, and it's a bizarre speech. You come off in such a weird way. I can't even begin on how many levels to tell you how that speech is completely bizarre.
Do you realize that I saved the best for last? That was Beth. That was my whole intent.
You're full of shit.
No, I'm not. She's in the end. And everybody...
And Howard, here's your present for
You know what you're saying?
entertaining
It's
me.
like you're saying, Howard, you are God. And now, look at the beautiful gift we are presenting to God.
I mean, this is a sacrifice from us to you.
Yeah.
She should have been
dropped. Now throw in the volcano.
Like I'm King Kong, and she's like, Fay Ray being brought to me for me to devour. In other words, you are the great Kong. Here is your gift.
Please
That's
don't
your
eat
speech.
us.
Hey, dude, you're the great Kong, man. That's awesome.
That's your speech. So you know how awkward that is?
Not really.
It's like the Godfather speech that Artie does all the time. Don Corleone.
Yeah, you're Luca Brasi.
You're Luca Brasi. You are Luca Brasi. There was one point he started to talk about how, as a kid, he heard Lesbian Dial-A-Date and realized this man was revolutionizing radio.
You were. I mean,
but Sal, that wasn't the time to honor him. It was about being engaged.
I know.
The point was what?
The point was that I've never had the opportunity to tell you that. It was a beautiful moment and a beautiful night, and I was able to put it all together.
Can I pull him aside and tell him that
Howard,
story?
can I ask Sal a question? Because he said something earlier. I'm dying to know.
I don't get it. I complimented you. I didn't curse. I didn't make an ass. I don't.
That might be appropriate at like my retirement party.
I don't know, man.
Not even, but I'm just saying you don't have to.
When he's inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame.
It was so douche chilly, and I looked at your table. If you thought Buchwald was rolling his eyes at Dominic, he didn't know what to do. He was so embarrassed for Sal. He wasn't looking at you. He was talking.
He was talking to a dinner roll.
No one knew what to do because first of all, he promoted Lesbian Dial-A-Date. How did you know what it was? He just said when we come back, Lesbian Dial-A-Date.
You don't forget moments like you don't forget moments like that in your life. You don't.
You didn't hear it.
You're being booed.
You are fixated on me.
So then Howard, after that, and everybody
you're a creep.
Well, when everybody started heckling me and you got up and walked over, I go, wow, this is nice. I mean, here's Howard consoling me.
He
and he whispers to me and goes,
understands,
say something about Beth, you fucking asshole. I'm like,
Did you really? Yeah, I did. I go, Sal, stop it. You're embarrassing me.
Sal, how could you continually fuck up your relationship
and I
with
said
Howard?
to Howard, I go, I'm getting there.
Well, you know what it is? I'll give you why did Brando and Vito Corleone keep Luca Brasi around? Because he could call him to cut off a horse's head. If he wanted.
Right.
Sal's here because he'll get naked and paint Richard's balls.
Right.
Not because he's great at a party.
Hey, Howard, can I ask Sal a question? Because he said something earlier. How does Howard hurt? You said he hurts.
What is my pain?
You're
I'm dying to know what that is.
sad, you're angry, you're whatever.
That's what constitutes Howard Stern.
But what makes him hurt?
I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what makes him hurt.
You're not a psychologist? I didn't know that.
But
I thought you were.
Wait, Sal, you said before, you go, listen, Howard, I know you hurt, but you're still great. So you clearly have an idea in your head that he's got some sort of pain. I'm looking to know what it is.
Well, last week you kept saying, I can't sleep, I'm sad, and.
Well, sure, everybody has theirs.
Yeah, so you hurt a little bit. We all hurt, but it's...
I'm hurting right now.
Everybody hurt.
It's nice. But...
See, Sal is was talking about himself. It's once again his "I'm on your wavelength" Howard sentence.
Oh, so Robin, you shouldn't be concerned for a friend if he's hurt?
No, this
he's
is
sad?
you. You're projecting your feelings.
Look at me.
How am I projecting my feelings? If a fucking guy tells me,
aren't you
Sal.
hurt?
I'm always hurt. I was born
Sal,
hurt.
look at me. There's something very wrong with you.
Yes,
I'm
you.
telling you. No.
Always switching shit around. I'm trying to be a nice guy to you.
You want my advice? You really need to see someone for some help. There's something really off. You're off. You know when someone's touched? You ever hear it touched?
No, what is touched?
Touched means like there's a little something wrong.
Touched in the head.
Isn't the whole world touched?
No,
World
not
touched.
like you. Maybe
Not like
you got
this.
2 screws loose.
I want you to get psychological counseling.
Some of us are touched in capital letters.
And try to go to someone legitimate, not some shaman. All right?
Yeah, don't go to the guy who drives you.
I feel so deflated.
Get some help, yeah.
You're
get
broken.
Some help.
You see how your wrist is in a cast? Your brain should be in a cast.
I don't have a brain.
Are you crying?
Guys, I'm so deflated. All I wanted to do, I didn't want to be funny. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to say, hey, thank you. That's all.
Night, did
I said,
you
thank you,
realize-
and here's your prize.
But hold on a second.
for,
Wait,
for
hold
everything
on.
you've done.
So, listen
Here's
to that.
your prize.
Listen to
You're
this.
saying it again.
Here's
So
your
listen,
prize.
that was not a night to say thank you to Howard. That was a night to say congratulations to this lovely couple. It wasn't a place to say thank
Gary,
you.
there wouldn't be a couple without Howard.
Stop!
Oh my God!
It's insulting.
No, it's not
It
insulting.
is.
dude.
Whatever. You guys are nuts.
Are we nuts?
Did you realize
No.
how badly this was going
No, there's one nut in the
that
room.
night?
I couldn't wait to say it. I thought it was. I envisioned standing ovations, but
It went horribly
they were
wrong.
standing, but nobody
Did
was.
your wife
clapping.
say anything to you after that speech?
She said, "What do you expect? You kissed his ass. You sounded like such a moron." And
She came over to me and said, please pay no attention to my
Hey, Howard.
Really? Did she?
Yeah.
She came over to me and said, "Is that paint gun around?"
Every person that sat at their table has come to me this morning to tell me that all Sal and his wife did was bicker the entire party.
Really?
They said it was like a show going on. Is that true, Sal?
Well, I'm cutting my lobster with my busted arm, and my wife's behind me drinking wine, laughing, making fun of me. Like, look at Sal with his bad arm. Wah, wah, wah. She just. Will is getting engaged. His fiance was sitting there. Her mouth was down to her fucking ankles. She was in shock. I go, you wait, see, you think you're all happy right now? Happy engagement and everything else? 15 years. You'll see when you're on the cover of a fucking newspaper with a murder-suicide. Everything's all beautiful in the
Do you
beginning.
think that's where it's going? Because you better get out. You'll be in jail
Speak at his
for the rest
wedding.
Do something, Sal.
Yeah, be careful.
You're not going to do a murder-suicide.
No.
Is this the thing that we're going
Not
to
yet.
ignore?
You're just probably going to do murder. You're not doing the suicide
Is
part.
this the thing we're going to ignore? And when Sal does it, we'll go, well, he said that, but we didn't really mean it. Think he meant it.
Just don't do it at Virginia Tech. They've had enough problems.
Really?
Pick a different college.
Pick the Johnson Space Flight Center.
But what'd you want to say, Will?
It was just so funny to see Sal and his wife fight, but my girlfriend was really uncomfortable with the whole thing.
Why? What was going on?
It's just like they try and one up each other, and they're making a joke about it at first, but then it obviously becomes like real? Like yeah, and there's a lot of tension, and you're just
But
like,
Will, was I even saying anything? My wife, she
well,
was.
this is it. You both try and play like, well, I'm the victim here. No, you're the one that's the asshole, and it just goes back and forth, and it just gets to a point where it's completely uncomfortable.
You guys need a date. You're the fighting couple.
And then
It's
my
like-
wife, after a couple of drinks, she breaks down. She goes, "Next time I do this, I'm marrying a Jew."
Oh my gosh!
Why would she marry a Jew? What does a Jew
Because
have?
they kiss your ass, they make good money, they pay attention to you.
Those people?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you married the
She's
right
nuts.
woman, I think.
What about
marry a Jew?
That is a funny. That was a funny table because I don't know Will's fiance that well, but she does seem very proper,
Yeah.
you know. And then you got Richard,
Oh
who
my
is
God.
just whose white, whose teeth were.
They were
brown red from the wine.
Yes.
Yeah, they were grape colored.
Drunk off his ass.
I had to call him aside, too.
It doesn't do any good.
I go,
Howard.
Richard. I walk into the party. It's a surprise party for me and Beth, in case you're just tuning in. And it's a surprise party. And so I guess you guys got there. I don't know, a half hour earlier
Yeah,
or
we
something.
got there at 6:30 or a little bit before 6.
So this guy,
Or
Richard,
before 6:30.
he already must have had 5 glasses of wine before I got there. So in a half hour, wasted. I mean,
I'm
just
not
like
even
total.
sure he started with wine. He might have had mixed drinks before that,
So
and then did wine and champagne during the dinner.
Yeah, so I see sloppy already.
Yeah.
So I go, Richard, look, I said, I know this is my party and stuff, and I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm just giving you a heads up. You're coming off bad already, and the night is young.
I said to him earlier, I said, the bar is open all night. It's not like you have to drink everything now.
Were you nervous at any point? Because I was watching him, he was kind of stumbling. He had a fork in his hand. I thought he was going to stick Beth with the damn thing, but he was like stumbling.
No, so I pulled him aside. I said, look, you want my advice? I said, you're being what's known as a chazer. That's an Italian word. I said, I know it's a free bar. I said, but what you got to do is, there'll be other alcoholic drinks in your future. You don't have to
Another
worry about
alcoholics.
it. Yeah, and I pull him aside. This is like a big surprise, and like within minutes, I'm pulling Richard aside like a baby. And I said to him, you know, it'd be nice. What you do is, when you have wine, have a glass of water after maybe a glass of wine. Yeah, you go, I already had water. I know that.
I drank that water last week.
Yeah, so I go, I know you know it. I said, but I think you're forgetting it because you're already shit-faced and it's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah, the night had hardly started.
Yeah,
you know, these two guys, I think they're really funny, and I'm far from being one of the royal family, but you two are, like, where the fuck were you brought up?
Yeah, Richard was...
You have nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not even an ounce of, like, maturity.
This is not the local bar.
I love it.
And it's not midnight.
Yeah, it's funny, but
You're
Jesus.
supposed to just enjoy yourself. You ever heard of social drinking?
No. Well, I get more social when I'm drunk.
No, you don't.
You're like a bore.
No, we had fun. We were slapping each other on the back. We were hanging out.
Yeah, but I got to tell you something. You get this. I'll do an impression of you. You get this hangdog look on your face.
There's a look, yeah.
You're like this.
And you're weaving.
It's like the happy retard because he's smiling.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. And I mean, you're at a social function with women. And,
there's people to interact with. Now you're blasted and you can't even talk.
I want to congratulate you. I came from the middle of nowhere in Kansas, and this guy gave me a chance. I owe everything to you, Howard. And I'm not just speaking, and it's not the wine speaking. I really mean it. But man, oh my
teeth
God.
were red from the wine.
Yeah, it gets like that when I drink wine. Yeah.
Look, I know you didn't have any. Look, there you are. There's a picture of you at the party. Look at that. And I mean, women are looking at you.
You look like a retarded person.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's a happy retard.
Well, it was
what I
that
say to you is-
champagne. I started with champagne, and that was, I don't know if that was Dom Perignon or what, but it was good. And I had 7 glasses of that, and then went to wine.
Richard.
Yeah.
It was good, though, Robin.
That is crazy.
It was
7
good.
glasses of
But they were
champagne.
small glasses, smaller
You
glasses.
realize when you say to Richard, were you brought up in a bar, and you realize with him that's not a rhetorical
That's
question.
right, he was.
They had a
Oh, wait.
champagne flute.
I used to spend the night in our barn just for fun when I was
That's
a
where you
kid.
belong still.
Yeah, your family was glad on those evenings.
All right. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Because the noise level's building up, and it's early in the morning for me. You need guidance in your life. Yeah, you don't know. I knew you don't know how to work your phone.
No. Don't be ridiculous. I was ill, so I was sleeping yesterday. I didn't get any calls.
All right. Whenever I call her, like on a personal thing, I'm like, I know she fucking doesn't know. And when she calls me back, I'm shocked.
Well, she got a special phone.
And I just couldn't get out of bed.
Boo!
I'm not well. Leave me alone. What do you want?
Do you think she